Hancock Road, traffic is backed up to CR 561. Traveling on Colonial Drive this morning, you can expect your regular pockets of congestion. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Brightline Trains. Ride brighter with high-speed rail to South Florida. Experience premium lounge perks, roomier seats, and onboard meal and drink service with 16 daily departures to South Florida. Adult fares from $79, kids from $39. Book now at GoBrightline.com.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people who make things happen, like me. I'm Sam, founder and CEO of Manifest, a product design company that makes everyday products designed smarter. I get 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more, plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases, which helps us make more smart ideas into a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card. Learn more at chase.com/business premier. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Account subject to credit approval. Restrictions and limitations apply. Cards are issued by J.P. Morgan Chase Bank. Any member FDIC.
Peace of mind, don't delay. Pick up your phone and dial away. 888-40 today. Get it done today with Plumbing Today.
For 60 years, our team of trusted, reliable plumbers has been here to help you with all your plumbing needs. Right now, unclogging any drain is $93 or it's free. That's $93 or free.
Peace of mind, don't delay. Pick up your phone and dial away. 888-40 today. Get it done today with Plumbing Today. O'Reilly.
Protect your vehicle's engine with Syntec and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Syntec Premium Full Synthetic Motor Oil is formulated for today's engines to dissipate heat and friction and reduce wear. Get 5 quarts of Syntec Full Synthetic and a MicroGuard Select filter for just $33.99. Limit supply. See store for details. Get Syntec only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Craving tender beef ribs? How about juicy pulled pork or sliced brisket that melts in your mouth? Jimmy Bear's Barbecue is thrilled to offer catering services that span from Tampa to Cocoa and St. Augustine to West Palm. Whether you're planning a corporate event, a family gathering, wedding, or any special occasion, our catering services are designed to bring mouth-watering barbecue flavors and impeccable service straight to your location. Go to jimmybears.com and feast upon our catering menu. That's jimmybears.com.
Join the Drug Enforcement Administration in celebrating Red Ribbon Week from October 23rd through the 31st. Take this opportunity to talk to your kids about drugs, participate in drug prevention and education activities in your community, and take the pledge to be drug-free. For more information on how you can celebrate Red Ribbon Week, visit www.dea.gov.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind Studios. Why Kaufman & Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Holiday Magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. CREDIT. That's credit. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Real Radio. Real Radio. 104.1.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The 3 best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Tuesday, October 24th, 2023. Lots to get to today, from This Isn't Funny to a woman comes back to life with a cryptic message, and be careful for the charged lemonade. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
C-Lane's out. Hello, Josh.
Hello.
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. And it is, friends, a Share the Show Tuesday. That's right. You share the show today, or at least we'd like you to, if you don't mind. Tell somebody about the News Junkie Radio Show. Send around a link to the live stream. Hit that like button over on YouTube.
It.
Do your thing to spread the word today on a Share the Show Tuesday. How's everybody doing on a Tuesday?
Pretty good. Ready to party. How y'all?
Hanging in there? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
We had a call before the show. We just realized the C-Lane's like, ready to go. They're in the hospital. They're ready to go. They got all kinds of stuff going on.
We're having a baby, you guys.
Oh,
We're having
my
a
God.
baby.
Yeah, this is the craziest thing to think about. This may be the last day when C-Lane does not have a child. This may be the last day.
I'm stressed.
I am, too.
I'm freaking out.
I don't have to do anything.
Like, the common phrase is like, once you have a child, the life that you know is gone forever.
Mm-hmm, right. Yeah. I mean,
That's
in
so
a good
weird to
way.
think. Of course, in a good way, but it's like life as you know it is over.
Right. Yeah, it's going to change, and you got a
Whoa,
lot of big responsibilities. So we'll tell you what's going on with him. We're wishing everybody involved the best, him and his wife, and everything's going to go fantastically. I know it will, but that's where they are right now. Let's start out like we always do. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to former President Donald Trump, who was in New Hampshire giving a speech when he feels like he's discovered and stumbled on some genius messaging. Okay.
Oh, I thought you were going to play the microphone thing.
No. This is where he's just like he thought of something in real time. He's kind of free flowing with his speeches.
He's good like that.
He rolls these things off his tongue, and sometimes he thinks he's discovered something genius. Here he goes.
This is on our business. Why are you doing that? He said, Macron, nice guy. Look, he's for France. I'm for us.
What?
I'm for us.
I'm for us. Us.
You know how you spell us, right? You spell us, U.S. I just picked that up. Has anyone ever thought of that?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God, dude.
I just picked that up. Has anybody ever thought of that before?
Oh,
No one's ever put those two things together.
First time in my life.
Nobody's ever thought of that before.
Wait a second. So you're saying us.
Us,
Are
the word
first
us.
two letters of the United States of America's acronyms?
That's right. Yeah, it's us is just like United States, U.S. And you can see the moment where he discovers this.
I just picked that up. Has anyone ever thought of that? I just picked that up. A couple of days I'm reading, and it said us. And I said, if you think about it, us equals U.S. Isn't that? Now, if we say something genius, they'll never say it.
What?
25, 30,
come on,
40,
Sean.
50, 80,000, 100,000 people to speeches. They've never said Trump's a great speaker. Never said. I've never heard it. I said to my people, do you think they'll ever acknowledge I must be doing okay? Except I'm a very handsome person, so I guess a lot of you want to sit.
This is what it's come down to now.
I really think he would have fared better as a stand-up comedian.
He's like, maybe you're here because I'm a good-looking guy. U.S. is United States.
He is pretty funny.
Yeah, we're figuring it all out here. You know what we're figuring out? We're figuring out how to offer some great merch drops up for you guys. And we've got one right now. There officially is a merch drop that is live. Act while you can. It is called Fickle Beast X-Ray, and it comes in a white and black in a hoodie version. Take a look at this for those of you on the stream, because I think you're going to dig this. I think you're going to really like this design.
Fun.
It's like an X-ray version of the Fickle Beast, and that's on the back. The front of the shirt has like a smaller version, like the head version of the Fickle Beast, and then the back has this larger print. It looks really, really cool. I think it looks great in white, but a lot of people don't like wearing white shirts. The black option is also fantastic, and very much the same. A smaller print of the front, a larger print on the back.
Yay!
And you can get the hoodie version, which these are like these soft, lightweight hoodies. We did them before with Let's Start Over, and they were one of the most popular merch things we've ever done because they're so comfortable and perfect for like if your work is cold or if the movie theater is cold, you toss this along with you, and it's a lightweight zip-up hoodie with the design of the front and back. And all of this is available right now for you at getskywall.com. It comes with a magnet and a sticker. The magnet is the Treehouse of Horrors.
Oh, my God. Look at little Carl.
Look at him.
Little Carl down there. We got little lady, and we got Lexi, and Celia, myself, and Sabrina in the Treehouse of Horrors style from The Simpsons on this magnet.
Good.
It's pretty cool. I think it came out great.
Your legs.
What about me? I don't know about the beard.
Legs, man.
I don't know about the beard they put on me either.
Did C-Lane get a skeleton arm, or is he tatted up now?
Yeah, he's got a skeleton arm, I believe. Yeah, you can check all this out. Go to getskywall.com. Sabrina's done up as Medusa on this one.
Fun.
It all came out really, really nice, and you should go check it out. The hoodie and the T-shirts over at getskywall.com. Grab those while you can because they will sell out, as they always do. These are super collectible, super comfortable, done on next level soft T-shirts, and a great way to support the show. It is Share the Show Tuesday. Is the least you could do.
If you even care.
So go over and get involved and get your Fickle Beast X-Ray shirt with the front and back design over at getskywall.com. All right, let's get into things. We're already seeing your dispatches roll in. We love to see those. There's a lot going on in the world. There's crazy things happening in the Near East, the Middle East, whatever you'd like to call it. One thing that I saw was, first of all, yesterday, Hamas they only released 2 hostages. So,
out of the 250 something?
Yeah, 200 and some odd hostages total. They said they were talking about 50.
It's fine.
And now we've got two elderly hostages, an 85-year-old and a 79-year-old who were released into Israeli custody, I guess. The group is still holding more than 200 people, including Americans. They have no idea where these people are. The older people who were released, these women, were talking about how they were moving through all these tunnels in Gaza, and they have a huge, huge system of tunnels that they've been funneling these folks through. Obviously, that's one of the big focuses, is to get these innocent civilians released from the hostage situation they find themselves in. And 2 is better than nothing, I guess, but we don't have a ton of progress going on over there. And the bombs continue to drop, and I don't even know what they're targeting anymore. In Gaza City,
there's nothing left, dude.
It's just rubble. I mean, it's just a bunch of rubble, and it's the worst situation you can imagine for the people who are in Gaza trying to live through this. I don't care about the Hamas people. You can pile them up for all I care, but I do care about the actual citizens, actual people who live in this this tough situation right now that they're facing. And I've seen that this is affecting a lot of workplaces because people like to talk about this, and the conversation about this is almost never civil. You know, everybody's just yelling at each other.
Chappelle can't even talk about
Chappelle can't even bring it up without a bunch of fights breaking out. And they said Microsoft shut down a discussion between employees about the Israel-Hamas war. They have an all-company message board, and there's like 90,000 users on this. And they were just going at each other back and forth over Israel and Palestine. And they got mad that Microsoft shut this down. This is work, people.
Yeah, not workplace conversation. It's supposed to be about the weather.
Like, I know at different workplaces you have, I don't know if they use Discord. Josh, what's the other one? Slack and Discord and different things that they use
Reich
to communicate.
went around for a while. I just, it's so hard to say out loud.
What is it?
Reich?
Is it like a message board thing for
our company
workplace?
Has it. We just talked about it in the meeting.
Oh, I've never used it in my life.
Yeah, no, it's really efficient.
On the iHeartRadio one,
usable.
Do people talk about things that aren't work related?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, I would never want that. If I'm running Sean Incorporated and I got my employees on some internal Slack thing, I don't want them talking about anything other than the work they're doing, because this is just going to cause a bunch of fights and like internal strife at the company. That's not a good idea, but they have been doing this at some of these companies. Microsoft has shut down the back and forth that was happening there. And one of my favorite things to watch, because it shows you just how evil people are, and it's not Israel and Hamas and the war between the two. It is actually Paris Hilton and her baby. And
that's hot.
Did you see the photo of Paris Hilton's baby that she posted?
Baby head?
Okay. We got to be honest about something up front.
It's a damn globe.
Baby's got a big ass head.
A huge head.
Baby has. Let me see if I can bring this up. I don't know if she's taking it down.
As far as percentile, 99 percentile of that big ass head for a baby.
I mean, the baby's head is enormous. But everybody in the comments is doing one of seemingly two things that they have decided to do. One is making a comment about how big Paris Hilton's baby's head is. And two is if somebody makes one of those mean comments, other people in the comments are looking at their photos and going, yeah, well, you're ugly, and you got a big old nose, and you look terrible.
So it's the Paris fans versus the trolls?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's people either making fun of the baby or making fun of the people making fun of the baby. Here it is, Josh. You can take a look. I mean,
oh my God.
Baby has
For those of
big
you
ass
listening
head.
on the radio, if you've ever seen Mars Attacks, that is the same size head of Paris Hilton's
That
baby.
doesn't even look like a real baby.
It looks fake, doesn't it? I'll put it up on
It'll
See It
even
Now.
out. It'll even.
She looks great, though.
Yeah, when babies are born, everything's a little off for a little while. You know, they just squeeze through a body, for God's sake.
That baby's outfit is worth more than some people's yearly salary.
That's Burberry, huh? Is that what that pattern is?
Baby.
Yeah, I think that's expensive stuff. Even the shoes this little baby's rocking. So that takes away from the head.
Maybe a hat for this one.
Get a Burberry hat immediately.
They don't have his size.
Adult. No, it's definitely an adult size hat.
Chi-Town Treaty said it's like the opposite of Zika. That's happening to this poor little baby. And look, all babies look a little weird for a while, and then he's going to turn out to be a good-looking kid, I'm sure. You know, he's going to be just fine. I was an adorable baby, but I was an anomaly.
And look what happened.
I turned into the weird Zika baby afterwards. I grew into the weird Zika, or reverse Zika-ness, I guess you could say. But check that out. It's over on the See It Now section of the News Junkie app. Paradox on YouTube says Megamind.
Megamind for sure, dude.
It's going to be a cute kid. Don't worry about it. But everybody's so mean. My God. Somebody says, does he have encephalitis? Like, what is actually going on? I'm trying not to be rude, but
big heads. Come on.
That doesn't seem to be normal. Yeah. This is not us. This is on the Instagram channel. She said, my precious angel baby Phoenix's first time in New York City. And here's the reverse. Imagine being an adult making fun of an innocent baby. Sad world we live in. So it's back and forth. Somebody says, macrocephaly, my little cousin had it. He had surgery and he looks normal now, which seems kind of backhanded.
I trust this random person.
Yeah, Jacqueline Gottfried on Instagram is, I'm sure, totally on point with everything she's saying.
It was her cousin, man. That's close.
Yeah.
Close enough.
So there you go. I'll pop that up on See It Now. And when we come back, we have so much stuff to get into on a very busy Tuesday, including the booing trend that has started for this Halloween. I'm glad I read about
That's
this.
not what you meant.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know what booing was for Halloween. Like, I didn't know.
Sean.
I don't even know if you know. Do you know what it is?
A ghost says boo.
No, it's another thing. Like, I knew the boo thing from a ghost, but there's a thing that people do on Halloween or around Halloween that they call booing, and people are starting to do it now. And I wouldn't have known what to do if this happened to me. We'll talk about what it is and everything going on with it. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
You might not have many friends, but we definitely don't. So, hey Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, they specialize in one-of-a-kind custom-designed jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
There's a bit of commotion on Florida's Turnpike northbound. Expect heavy delays due to an accident at State Road 19, exit 285. Traffic is backed up to Scrub J Lane. Stop and go traffic southbound due to an accident at Hancock Road, exit 278. Traffic is backed up to CR 561. And delays due to an accident over Lake Jessup Bridge northbound on the Greenway. Traffic is backed up to State Road 434. See traffic troubles. Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
Wherever you are in life, Rasmussen University offers the flexibility and support you need to earn your associate's, bachelor's, or master's degree on campus or online nationally at any time. Start now at rasmussen.edu.
It's time to set sail with Victory Casino Cruises and Real Radio for our Halloween comedy gambling cruise on Saturday, October 28th. Enjoy comedy from Real Radio's Ross, Sabrina, and Ryan, and music from DJ Angel. For just $25, you can get boarding, a meal, a live comedy show, and $20 in qualified slot play. We will also be having raffles for free slot play prizes and for concert tickets. Plus, come dress in your best Halloween costume for our contest to win free slot play prizes. Boarding starts at 5:30 p.m. and the ship sets sail at 7 p.m. sharp. Come join us on Victory Casino Cruises in Port Canaveral on Saturday, October 28th. For more information and to get your tickets, go to realradio.fm/victory. That's realradio.fm/victory.
Now you can relive the greatest moments from our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Streaming only on Hulu.
Lenny Kravitz kicks things off with his biggest hits.
Foo Fighters get the whole crowd singing along.
Tim McGraw debuts his new song live.
Public Enemy brings the 90s hip-hop energy.
Fall Out Boy covers a classic while literally on fire. And so much more.
Relive the greatest moments from our iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Streaming now only on Hulu for a limited time.
I love Mondays. And yes, I'm being 100% serious. Why? It's because I'm a Dunkin' Rewards member. And Mondays are better with Dunkin' Rewards. Every Monday this month, Rewards members get a free medium hot or iced coffee with any purchase. Not a member? Join on the Dunkin' app and never miss a deal like this. Dunkin' Rewards. Save them, stack them, use them how you want. America runs on Dunkin'. Limit 1 per member per Monday. Additional charges and terms may apply. Participation may vary. Limited time offer.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, October 28th. Find a collection site near you at deatakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
Wing House can't make the weekend last longer, but we can give you 20 wings for $20 every Saturday and Sunday. And the lovely Wing House ladies will help take your mind off having to go back to work on Monday. 20 wings, $20 every weekend at Wing House Bar and Grill. Good food, beautifully served.
At SimpliSafe, our award-winning home security has advanced sensors, HD cameras, and now this 24/7 LiveGuard protection, only from SimpliSafe. Monitoring agents can see and speak to intruders through our indoor camera to help stop crime in real time and for fast police response. Now get 45% off any new system with Fast Protect monitoring at simplisafe.com/radio. Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now I'm hitting the road with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeartMedia can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else, and we can give you access to those potential customers more cost-effectively across radio, digital, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeartMedia can work for you. From your cell, dial pound 250 and say keyword great results. That's pound 250 and say great results.
Attention, our friends from Guarantee Media are giving away 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99 to the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. It's only for the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. They give you up to a year and a half to travel, but you must be one of the first 50 to text MUSIC to 96551. Grab your phone and text the word music to 96551 for your chance to get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. That's music to 96551. You heard right. Be one of the first 50 listeners to text music to 96551 and get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. But you must be one of the first 50 listeners to text music to 96551. Text the word music to 96551 for your chance to go on vacation to Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico.
Peace of mind, don't delay. Pick up your phone and dial away. 888-40 today. Get it done today with Energy Today.
For 60 years, our team of expert electricians has been here to help you with all your energy needs, so there's no need to wait or worry when it comes to your electric. Right now, get $100 off any electrical service.
Peace of mind, don't delay. Pick up your phone and dial away. 888-40 today. Get it done today with Energy Today.
iHeart Podcast Update. This week on your free iHeartRadio app. Dan Patrick takes a gamble. DP is living vicariously through his buddy Bad Larry and graphics guy Dylan as they make weekly picks on college football and NFL. Unbreakable with Jay Glazer. Jay talks directly with you and does regular check-ins regarding his own battles with mental health. Up on Game. NFL greats LeVar Arrington, TJ Hushmanzada, and Plexico Burris take on the latest hard-hitting sports topics for athletes while welcoming guests from the world of sports and entertainment. Hear these podcasts and more on your free iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
No payments until 2024 with approved credit. Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
Holiday magic. Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. CREDIT. That's credit. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
These shirts are flying away, friends. Get yours now. The Fickle Beast X-Ray merch drop is on. For how long? We don't really know, but it'll sell out soon, and you could get yours before that at thenewsjunkie.com. You see the link on the top, or just go to getskywall.com, and then you can see the two shirt color options, the white and the black, and the hoodie. Nick says on YouTube, I just ordered the black shirt. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate that. Tanya
job,
getting
Nick.
hers as
And
well.
Tanya.
Lots of other people who are jumping in and buying their shirts over at getskywall.com. We love you. We appreciate you. And it's time to talk about booing, because I had never heard, not that kind of booing. Still hurts my feelings, though. Booing has the greatest impact on you, more than anything else, more than clapping, I think.
It's louder for some reason.
There was one event that I went to so long ago where it was like a comedy contest. It hurts. And I wasn't in the comedy contest, thank God, but I was, for some reason, judging it. And not that I'm necessarily equipped to do that.
Oh, I remember that one. What did you compare him to? Stalin?
No, I said I was waiting for John Wilkes Booth to pick you off from the rafters because your stand-up was so, whatever it was bad. and I'll never forget. The whole place started booing me like I was Simon Cowell or something, and I walked downstairs from where the judging thing was, and Courtney's there, and she's like, "Oh my God, I've never heard that." And I'm laughing.
Now.
She's like, "I've never heard that. They were so mean." I'm like, "Who cares? It doesn't matter." She was very upset. She's like, "They're booing you. How could they do this?" And I said, "They'll get over it. They'll be okay." This is a different kind of booing, though. This is another kind of booing that I have gone all these years, and I've never heard of this. And I'm so glad I read this story today, because if this happens to me in the run-up to Halloween, now I'll know what to do. Because honestly, I didn't before. I had no idea what the hell I was supposed to do if I was booed. I had never heard of the phrase before. But Halloween is coming up, and there's been people who have been dialing 911 because they've been getting booed. And any guesses on what this is, Sabrina or Josh?
God. I mean, I just keep thinking of the booing as if you've done something wrong, and then a ghost boo, and it's neither of those.
Nope. And people,
is it spelled
people
differently?
No, it's BOOING, the booing trend, they say. And I guess this has been going on for a while. It's been traced back to the early 1980s, and it's causing people to call 911 when it happens because they're not familiar with being booed. And I don't blame them. I wasn't either.
Is it toilet papering with a fancy name?
It is not toilet papering or TPing the house. A house gets booed when somebody anonymously leaves a Halloween-themed gift on the doorstep, sometimes ringing the doorbell or knocking the door and then hiding. The bag, basket, or plastic jack-o'-lantern typically has candy or baked goods as a gesture of friendship.
That's crazy.
A gesture of friendship, and people are responding by calling 911 because that's the time that we live in.
Everyone's on edge.
Also enclosed is a printed message with a picture of a ghost and a short poem explaining that the person has been booed. The recipient is expected to hang the ghost picture on the door and continue the trend. While booing can be done at any time of the year, it typically precedes Halloween by a week or two and is a means of spreading treats. So, have you guys ever heard of that?
Who's booing in the middle of July? That's what I want to know.
That's a weird one, too. I think you're a weirdo if you're booing in July. If you're doing it around Halloween, it seems like a sweet thing to do. I'm fine with that. I don't know exactly why there's an issue, but some people are freaked out by anybody knocking on their door.
And if there's a random package there that you can't clearly see as a gift, I think I would be a little sus as well.
Doesn't that explain something, though? Or like, I guess, say something?
People are crazy.
I know. It says something about us that we don't view things automatically as like, oh, somebody left me a gift. It's like, what son of a bitch put this on my...
Not since the Unabomber.
I know. All of a sudden, it's like skeptical, and instead of thinking it might be something nice, it's something absolutely frightening that you have to deal with. So if that happens to you, don't worry. It's okay. It's just somebody trying to spread the Halloween vibes around a little bit. And if you're booed, just do it a little bit more to somebody else and to keep it going. I haven't been booed yet. I'm waiting to see if this happens to me.
I'm going to boo the crap out of you.
Boo the crack.
Boo the crack out of you.
Booing
Say
the crack sounds like a whole different thing. There's some people saying they're having issues with Android stuff for getskywall.com. Let me know more about that. It works on desktop, works on iPhone. I know that. But if you're having any other issues, please do tell us, and we'll get it all fixed so you can get one. One of the...
If you get an iPhone. All right.
Fickle Beast X-Ray shirts or hoodies that are going very fast right now. We're going to check in with you and your dispatches. You can very easily join us on the show. It's easy for you to do on your phone or your laptop or wherever you are. And we'll hear from Yes, a Doctor Listens. Here's Yes, a Doctor Listens talking about the new shirt.
Hey, guys. I came down with COVID really hard yesterday afternoon, got home with 104 fever. I've been in bed, curled up in a ball, shivering uncontrollably, and the only thing that got me out of bed and to smile a little bit was to see the new design for the new T-shirt and the discount code, which I just ordered. Looks awesome.
Thank you, Yes, a Doctor Listens. Appreciate you. That was nice of you to say. BT is sharing the show today.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
Hey.
I just wanted to take this Share the Show Tuesday and share the show with us again. I don't know if everybody realizes it, but the app is awesome, and you can comment on these dispatches. I do. I feel like myself and Sean might be the only ones that really comment on them, but come on into the app. Comment on the dispatches. It's a lot of fun. It's
come
cool.
on in, y'all.
Also, the new shirt is awesome.
Time.
I got mine. And secret shows, or, that's worth getting. If you don't have it, you need to get it just for second half C-Lane. Worth every
Plugging
penny.
everything, friend.
All right, guys. We'll see you on that app.
Sharing the show. Thank you, BT. Appreciate you. I saw this story about what happened on a Southwest flight, and I was kind of surprised by this. But I don't have a lot of experience in this area. Have either of you ever flown with a pet? Not like a pet that you have to check on the flight, but like a pet you bring with a carrier with you on a flight?
I have not. But I did see the story, and I was also very confused.
Yeah, because I know that you can bring, I guess there must be like a size limit on the size pet that you can bring on board with you, because, you can't bring like a giant cage with a Great Dane, I would think.
Unless it's your service
support animal, service animal?
No,
maybe.
there was that dude that bought 3 seats for his Great Dane.
Right, he had the animal just laying out during the flight. This person had a smaller dog and said a passenger is up in arms after getting booted from a flight for allegedly petting her dog. And they said everybody around us was like, what's going on here? There was a series of clips filmed on the Southwest Airlines flight from Colorado to California. They had an 8-week-old puppy named Sitka with them on this flight. And they said the dog started to whine a little bit while she was waiting to take her seat.
Wow.
And the flight attendant who's like checking boarding passes and stuff says, if that dog continues to make noise, you may not be able to fly. I can't imagine this is over a little whine. If a dog is like whining and it's in the cage, that's not a big deal.
There are louder babies.
Exactly.
Right.
Would you say that to someone with a baby?
Yeah, if that baby
I
keeps
would.
whining, you're not getting on the airplane with this thing. They said the owner started petting the dog. This is the New York Post, which reportedly calmed it down right away, but that only made things worse. After everybody was seated, the woman continued to pet Sitka through the top of the carrier. So I guess she's got like the carrier maybe zipped open a little bit, or maybe she's just even like through the mesh part petting the dog through the top of the carrier. This prompted the same flight attendant to come over and declare that the crate had to be zipped at all times and under the seat. Now, according to Southwest Airlines pet policy, they say pets must be secured in the pet carrier at all times while in the gate area, during boarding and deplaning, and for the entire flight. If you don't follow this requirement, your pet may be denied transportation. And I guess this was something that they were holding this person to, but they booted her off the flight. Like, they kicked the woman off the flight because she was trying to pet the dog to keep it calm as they were getting ready to take off. And I did not think they were that strict. You both are mentioning the fact babies are a lot more vocal than this. And
So annoying.
If the dog was barking very loudly the whole time, I could understand that. You don't want to be on a flight with a dog that's just barking constantly.
All right,
But-
I will say, like, Carl has this pitch in his bark that I think could, like, break a terrorist.
Well, you
if he
think if you
does it
put
enough.
him on a flight, you think he would be chill, or do you think Carl would freak out? He's not very big, but he can make some noise.
He can, and I don't know if he would. I mean, he's great in the car, and so I imagine maybe the plane would be just fine as well, but I would not go on there without giving him a dose of gabapentin that they offer for animals to calm down.
Right, yeah. I mean, I guess this woman didn't do that. Maybe most people don't, but...
Or that dog's built different.
Yeah, the dog's an addict. He could take so much of it and just not even be affected. Tanya on YouTube says, I get so excited when there's a little baby, any kind of dog, sitting next to me on a flight. I've never had a bad experience. I haven't either. I did have an ex-girlfriend that I was flying with one time, and she had her cat in a little, like, carrier thing, like a backpack carrier style thing. And in the middle of the flight, she unzipped it and was trying to, she unzipped the cat holder and was trying to pet the cat. And the cat came out of the cat holder and started to crawl up her body and up the seat. And I'm like, oh, this cat's
That's a good
going
idea, for sure.
to book it. She's going to start running down the center aisle of the plane or something here. We're going to have a problem. But we were able to get the cat back in the bag, thankfully, and didn't get booted off the flight. This lady did. Should she have been kicked off the flight? Or do you have experiences like this? Let us know.
And it was so awkward, too. Like, that video is everyone around her. Like, you guys should be ashamed of yourself. You did nothing wrong. The lady was obviously very upset. And she's like, oh, I'm never flying Southwest again. And the flight attendant was like, all right, bye. Come on.
And by the way, who are they protecting from this animal? This animal is being removed from the plane because it's supposedly disturbing people. Who are those people? Those people are the people immediately around her, yes? And those are the same people who are saying, we don't care? So why is the airline not just saying, all right, leave the dog there? It seems like there was no problem. Yeah, there's no problem, and they fixed the thing that wasn't a problem by booting somebody off the flight. I'm not with that. JT on YouTube says, WTF is it with you people and your dog obsession? Enough already. I like dogs as much as anyone, but damn. Well, sometimes people have to do that because if you're moving somewhere or if you're going away for a decent period of time, you're not going to leave your dog behind for that long. You're going to travel with your dog.
Just keep it in the car.
And honestly, I would argue that if you carry on your dog, if you can at all do that, it is so much better than what they do with your dog, which they put it right next to your luggage. Your animal in the cage is put like right next to the luggage in the cargo hold.
And you're flying to a place that's really cold. There is no insulation down there.
Not as far as I know.
Very cold.
It's either cold or hot, or they're bouncing around with turbulence down there. That's where they put the animals. So I would rather put my animal on board with me. Abraham saying, why can't you put the dog underneath? Well, you can, but for the reasons that I'm laying out here, a lot of people don't want to do that. We want to hear from you. What do you think? Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. When we return,
a police officer, not a police officer, excuse me, a robber, the opposite of a police officer. I don't know, I went to cop.
Very big difference.
A robber takes out his gun and decides to do some robbing, but he picked the wrong place. You'll see why. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Check out our new threads at Real Radio 1041 on Threads. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
Hi, everybody. Good Tuesday to you. Jamie King in the Fox 35 Storm Center. Hope your day's off to a great start. Central Florida weather for you today. Looks like we'll see some low 80s for highs, a mix of sun and clouds, and breezy northeast winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. It's going to be blowing pretty good today. We'll keep it dry. 67, scattered clouds, dry and quiet inland tonight. Maybe a few coastal showers. Again, upper 60s, some gusty winds along the coast through the overnight. Wednesday, a warm high at 82. Rain chance at 20% along the coast, dry inland. For Fox 35, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jamie King.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Wawa has pizza. Wawa has pizza. It's freshly made, tastes great, and you can get it late. Right now, there's a $0 delivery fee when you order Wawa Pizza at Wawa.com or on the Wawa app. Gotta have a Wawa.
You know, there are a lot of great upsides to being a homeowner, and there are also some downsides. When something goes wrong, you're the one who's responsible for fixing that thing, and sometimes it can get a little pricey. If it's your AC, these things you don't know about, you don't know how to fix yourself probably, unless you've done this before. Leave it to the experts. But when you do that, you could be taken advantage of, unless you go to Mills Air. This is a company that is honest and fair and that treats you right, and you deserve that. That's why they've been so successful at Mills Air, and that's why they have the best techs around. They're incredibly nice, and they're incredibly respectful, as well as incredibly knowledgeable about ACs and fixing them. So no matter what kind you have, whether you have a split AC like I have here in the studio that they fixed, that thing wasn't working at all. I was sweating in here until Mills Air helped out. And you might have a big AC unit outside and it's making some noise. Whatever's going wrong, you can trust Mills Air. They are a Carrier Factory authorized dealer, meaning they can get you up to $1,275 in rebates toward a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Give them a call, 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
Floridians, do you know how close you are to freshness? It's not a plane or a ship ride away. It's not across an ocean or over the equator. It's not even a far drive. The peak of freshness is at your grocery store, and it's called Fresh from Florida. Fresh from Florida is local produce grown by farmers right here in our own state, meaning it's always fresh, always in season, and always mouth-wateringly good. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo or ask for it by name where you shop.
Ashley Banfield and Chris Cuomo on America's fastest-growing cable news network, News Nation.
The viewer seems to have been lost in the shuffle of cable news lately. They don't want a team sport. They want the full picture.
The appetite is greater than it has ever been for perspective, for understanding, and for information that they can not just trust, but use.
See why more people are turning to News Nation, news for all America. To find News Nation on your screen, go to joinnn.com.
Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now I'm hitting the road with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
In this week's Marketers Report, Dana Nussbaum, Executive Vice President, Worldwide Marketing at Warner Brothers Discovery, weighs in on regional audio marketing.
Although we're marketing at a very broad scale, it does include specific local markets, and that's the beauty of iHeart's network.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Bank of America is the proud employer of over 210,000 teammates who go above and beyond to support their clients' financial goals. Like Emily, who helps clients create a plan to build the future they want, like a wedding, having kids, or retirement. All real achievements her clients have shared photos of. For all your financial goals, we're here to listen and help. What would you like the power to do? Learn more at bankofamerica.com/about. Bank of America NA, member FDIC, equal credit opportunity lender.
It's Superstart Battery Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Get up to a $25 gift card after rebate with the purchase of select Superstart batteries. Our professional parts people will test your old battery for free and recommend the right battery for your vehicle. For power, performance, and reliability, choose Superstart batteries only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people who make things happen, like me. I'm Sam, founder and CEO of Manifest, a product design company that makes everyday products designed smarter. I get 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more, plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases, which helps us make more smart ideas into a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card. Learn more at chase.com/business premier. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Account subject to credit approval. Restrictions and limitations apply. Cards are issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank. Any member FDIC.
iHeartRadio wants to send you to see the sold-out Sick New World Festival on April 27th in Las Vegas, VIP style. System of a Down, Slipknot, Alice in Chains, and many more. We'll take care of everything. Just open the free iHeartRadio app and listen to Rock Nation Radio, and you'll be automatically entered.
This is Scott Trout of Cordell & Cordell. There are a lot of great dads out there. Sometimes those dads get divorced. For more than 30 years, we have represented men in divorce, confronting the pitfalls that could devastate your finances or harm your family relationships. While every situation is different, our goal is to get the best outcome for you and your kids. Set up a consultation and take the first step.
Office in Orlando. Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's attorneys. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Scott Trout, licensed in Missouri, Illinois, and Georgia only. Online at CordellCordell.com.
If you like using debit over credit, shouldn't you also get rewarded? Well, now you can with Discover Cashback Debit. It's a checking account that rewards everyone with cash back on everyday purchases with no fees, period. Check out eligibility and terms at discover.com/cashbackdebit. Discover Bank, member FDIC.
This earful of Rail Radio is sponsored by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
For hanging out with us today. We appreciate it. If you'd like to support the show and also get some amazing merch, you can go over to getskywall.com and check out the latest design, the Fickle Beast X-Ray design, which is very popular right now and going very, very fast. Available as a white shirt, a black shirt with a front and back print, and also as a hoodie. And those are like lightweight, really, really nice for if it's cold at your office or if you're going to the movies or most of the winter, except for when it gets really cold and it's going to be a little too thin for you. But otherwise, you'll be good to go. So check that out. GetSkywall.com comes with a sticker and a magnet for Game of Magnets, and it is all yours.
It could also be .com. It could also be really great for those coming down from a hardcore weekend of drugs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the shivers and stuff like that. It's so lightweight enough to sweat through.
It can get you through detox.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very, very good for that. And a lot of people don't tap that marketplace, but we're happy to.
Of course, we love all of our listeners.
We'll go after those folks, too.
Underserved.
We're going to get over to your dispatches, and you can send those at thenewsjunkie.com so you can join us on the show. There are a lot of places that you shouldn't rob. In fact, I'll go on the record saying you shouldn't rob anyone or anywhere. But there are particular places that are particularly bad in terms of ideas to rob. They said a man suspected in the attempted robbery of a gun store in Livermore was shot and killed, surprisingly, by the gun store's owner. Just very, very shocking that this turned out this way. Said around 2:30 p.m., so like in the middle of the day, some guy, 28 years old, busts in and tries to rob the gun store. He went in acting suspicious and wearing a mask, a hooded sweatshirt pulled over his head, and he had gloves on. He pulled out a firearm, and he had a hammer with him. And then the owner goes, I have a gun too, and fired 2 rounds at the man and killed him. So he learned that that was not a great idea, and he probably should not have targeted the gun store. I don't know what would make somebody think that that was a good idea at the moment.
I mean, if you're looking for a gun just to steal, then you have so many options. But I've seen people rob gun stores after hours. It's ballsy to go in. And you don't never take a hammer to a gunfight, is what the phrase was, right?
Terrible idea.
If I'm playing by Grand Theft Auto rules, you get shot immediately the second you pull your gun out at the gun store.
And that's what happened to this guy. He learned very quickly that this was not a good move for him. Speaking of bad ideas, before we go over to these dispatches, there is a new feature on Tinder that I think is maybe one of the worst ideas I've ever heard in my life. But they've added this over on Tinder as of this week. It gives users, friends, and family members autonomy to handpick the person that they should date.
No.
Hell no. Not gonna do it. They said the move aims to streamline the process of getting other people's opinions and allows them to recommend potential matches within the app. So you could essentially set up a Tinder where your friend or your kid or whoever is the person that you're looking for, and you're swiping left or right to try to line them up with somebody, playing matchmaker on the app, which is weird as hell.
It sounds fun for me as someone who's not looking for love on there, but I can see how the other person wouldn't like it.
Yeah, and
But then again, if you're having such a hard time, you've been using this service, probably paying for it because all of them have some sort of paywall.
Right.
And you don't know what to do. You probably seek the advice of your family and friends when it comes to it. So why not give them the reins for a second?
I would seek my family and friends' opinion on somebody that I was dating, probably.
That's new age opinion.
Could you imagine, like, your mom had her iPhone with the Tinder app, Sabrina, and she's picking the people that you connect with? Like, she's looking at them and being like, oh, yes, or no, and swiping left or right on those people.
I'm very curious if she would go, she would do the right thing.
What do you think she would do?
I don't know. I think that, I really don't know what she would do. She's probably very confused. Especially because, when I last, 1 year ago, when I was trying the apps and then deleting them, then re-downloading them, it was really all over the place and riddled with phogos.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Well, did your mom ever really take issue with anybody that you've dated? Like, not like them at all?
There was one. There was one that did not get a great first impression, and for good reason. She was right. They were awful.
You know what? Moms have that sense sometimes. Yeah. They can pick out the bad ones better than we can.
They could see when we're happy or when we have fear in our eyes, and that was the case of what I just mentioned.
I would just be weirded out if my dad, God rest his soul, if he was holding this app and choosing the attractiveness of the person that he thought I should be with. I think that my dad would do it based on what he thinks is attractive, and not what I would be thinking would be attractive at that time.
Asians.
Or not the same interests as me, God only knows what he would be picking up. Or
you'd have a nice middle-aged Asian girlfriend.
Yeah, probably is what I would end up with. They say the feature speeds up the so-called friends test to determine if the person is worthy of swiping right. Instead of matching first and deciding later, the feature takes the guesswork out of whether your friends and family will approve. They won't be able to chat, thank God, or send messages to the recommended partner.
Oh, my God, but does that person know, you just got picked by Steve's mom?
Oh, I don't know if
it
shows them. They said, handing your phone over to the friend group was the original vibe check. Obviously, you want your friends to like whoever you're crushing on, and Tinder Matchmaker is a fun way to get the bestie seal of approval before launch.
How much does it cost?
It doesn't say. It says it's available in 15 countries, including the United States. It doesn't say a price here, but I would be pretty shocked if it was just free because you're right. For a while,
man.
The dating apps were free for a while.
When they first started, like 7 or 8 years ago.
Yeah, and even like back in the day, like, actually, I don't know if that's true. I was going to say Match.com was free, but I don't
believe it was.
Think so, because I think that was an extension of like the mail-in video dating type stuff.
Yeah, and so I think they might have charged. I'm not sure. If you have more experience with this, let us know. Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com right now. Oh my God.
What?
Steven says Sean could choose for Dylan. I can't imagine. He has a girlfriend, I believe. And
Sean doesn't have good taste in goth girls.
I can't imagine because that makes it so weird for me and so real. Now I can't pick up the phone and go, do I think these women are attractive and swipe left or swipe right?
Yeah.
I have to go, well, my son is obviously going to want somebody who's like in their early 20s. And so I'm looking at like younger women. That seems weird.
These days, though, it's not just the picture. Like they ask for more, like the bio, especially what was it, like Hinge or Bumble?
Yeah.
Like you have your selected pictures, but it's also like the prompts. Like if you were going to take me on a first date, then you fill that blank. Or something crazy about me. And I think that's what they're asking people to look for.
All right, hold on. Walk me through this then. Here's how I was envisioning it, which is apparently wrong.
Dude.
I just you know more than me. I know you do. I'm on the app. I thought it was just a full screen picture of the person, and then I swipe left or right. There's information on top of the picture, like likes, dislikes, hobbies, those kind of things.
Yeah. So you could just do the full picture, but then once you click the profile, you could see, I believe, other pictures, and then also like information, whether it's a bio, what area they're from. Some of them go into detail of like if you like smoking or drinking or do drugs, and then there's some that like the purpose of the app is to find you a relationship, and that's when they like deep dive, and you can't even create a profile without uploading 3 videos and answering these questions, and some of them ask for like voice prompts or you to record your voice like a voice memo, and it's very entertaining if you're on the third party side of it. That's for sure.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's just interesting that they're now trying to bring friends and family into it and have your parents maybe match with somebody on Tinder for you that they think is going to be good for you. And then I imagine they will have to hook up to your account some way. Maybe you've tried this out. Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com right now. Alex has a dispatch for us. Let's see what Alex says.
Hey, News Junkie. I knew immediately you were going to say gun store. I used to work at a gun store, and we had countless videos on my boss's computer of security footage of people trying to break into the gun store.
My God.
And we always talked about how the store is pretty much
You thought what?
I thought I knew as soon as he said gun store that Sean was going to say, "Oh, I used to work at a gun store."
No, I did not.
That would be just like that one random job you had in the early 20s, like
In
the
fact,
water bottles.
I'm persona non grata in gun stores after the incident where my gun jammed. And then I brought the loaded gun through like the lobby of the gun.
How does this thing work?
This one's not working.
I don't get it.
Are you crazy?
I looked in the barrel.
Yeah, I looked straight down the barrel. There appears to be a bullet in there. They did not like me after that. Let me let her finish.
Giant safe, and it's kind of impossible to rob the place, but people always try it. And I even had someone tell me one time, a customer told me that it's actually illegal to work at a gun store in Georgia and not be armed because people try to do smash and grab, or they try to snatch things.
Damn.
Like if they're looking at a gun and you're standing right there, they'll snatch it and run. But I guess it's one of the most common places that people try to rob.
Seems dumb.
Once they're gone, they're gone. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
Thank you, Alex. Appreciate that. Join us just like Alex. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and record your dispatch now. When we return, remember the story we talked about yesterday, the Alaska Airlines flight where an off-duty pilot who was in the cockpit tried to sabotage the plane and was charged with 83 counts of attempted murder. The other pilots were able to fix things and get him subdued. And now we're learning a little bit more about this guy and why he was trying to do that. We'll get into that. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 and a little
holiday magic.
It's just minutes away, and brought to you by Mills Air.
Traveling on I-4 this afternoon, you can expect your regular delays westbound between Colonial Drive and Robinson Street. Slowdowns on I-4 eastbound between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. Authorities are clearing up an accident on State Road 436 northbound between the Beach Line and Frontage Road. Expect delays due to an accident on Florida's Turnpike northbound at State Road 19, exit 285. See traffic troubles. Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Tri-County Metals. Ready to get a price on your metal roofing project? Complete the Get a Quote form on Tri-County Metals website at TriCountyMetals.com. Getting a quote for your new metal roof has never been faster or easier. Get started at TriCountyMetals.com.
Real Radio wants to provide you with a little holiday magic.
Holiday magic.
Holiday magic in the form of $1,000 13 times a day. Listen for the keyword to win $1,000 weekly from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Then take that keyword and enter it on our website, realradio.fm. Whether you do it on your phone or your computer, we don't care. What we do care about is that you answer your phone from a number that you most likely will not recognize when they call back the winner, because that's how you get some
Holiday magic.
This contest is sponsored locally by Mills Air.
My friends at Mills Air have been in business since 1992 right here in Central Florida. Over 30 years. They're not going anywhere. Carrier, factory authorized dealer, turn to the experts. Equipment changeouts and upgrades right now up to $1,275 in rebates. Go to millsair.com.
What key is tonight going to be played in? Well, that's entirely up to you and your spirit. Over here at Wild Turkey, we're opting for something that rings true and can reverberate for ages. A little 101. Wild Turkey 101 has been pleasing crowds for decades with its iconic, rich flavor. Crafted with generations of know-how and the finest ingredients. Wild Turkey. Trust your spirit. Wild Turkey Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Copyright 2023, Campari America, New York, New York. Never compromise, drink responsibly.
Are you experiencing tooth pain? Advanced Endodontics can help. With state-of-the-art care, experienced and compassionate staff, and 6 convenient locations throughout Central Florida, we make it easy to find the relief you need. We partner with well-known companies who offer great financing options, so you can achieve the smile of your dreams. And the best part is, no referrals are needed. Schedule your appointment today at IneedARootCanal.com. That's IneedARootCanal.com.
13 Days of Halloween Penance, Season 4 of the award-winning horror fiction podcast presented in immersive 3D audio.
If I am under arrest, you have to tell me what I'm charged with.
Starring Natalie Morales of Parks and Recreation and Dead to Me.
Please, there's been some kind of mistake. I'm not supposed to be here.
How do you know?
I'm innocent.
Are any of us truly innocent?
Premiering October 19th, ending Halloween. Listen to 13 Days of Halloween on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Once you get your hot stuff freshly grilled right in front of you at Jersey Mike's, I'll tell you, there's no going back to anything else. That'd be like going back to calling your friend on their home phone.
Hello, McDougal residence.
Hi, can Jerry come to Jersey Mike's?
Jerry! May I ask who's calling?
It's Danny.
It's Donnie! Pick up the phone!
You know what? I'll call him when the cell phone gets invented. Nope. There's no going back once you get it freshly grilled. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
The annoying runny nose, the constant sneezing, the itchiness, and battle just to catch your breath. If you suffer from seasonal allergies, sinusitis, or nagging sinus congestion, there's a natural, easy-to-use solution that can help provide fast, drug-free relief. It's called Navage, and it uses powered suction to rinse your nasal passages in seconds. Millions of people use Navage daily to help provide relief from seasonal allergies and sinus congestion. Medications treat the symptoms, but Navage treats the problem at the source, flushing out the allergens and pollen trapped in your nose. Navage also helps wash out airborne bacteria, dust, dirt, and viruses quickly and painlessly, so you can get back to breathing clearly again. Say goodbye to sinus suffering and hello to better breathing with Navage. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, Target, CVS, Rite Aid, and online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now I'm hitting the road with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Check the mail for Valpak, and you could be an instant winner. That's right. Tucked in with those coupons is your chance to win big. From cash and gift cards to attraction and concert tickets. Every month is something new with prizes for the whole family. Go ahead, open that blue envelope of savings to see if you've won. Because with Valpak Instant Win, there's nothing to buy or do to cash in. Just thousands of real winners winning real prizes, no strings attached. No purchase necessary, void or prohibited. Prizes are randomly inserted. See specially marked Valpak envelopes for details.
Join the Drug Enforcement Administration in celebrating Red Ribbon Week from October 23rd through the 31st. Take this opportunity to talk to your kids about drugs, participate in drug prevention and education activities in your community, and take the pledge to be drug-free. For more information on how you can celebrate Red Ribbon Week, visit www.dea.gov.
Injured? Hire the largest injury firm in the world. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind Studios. Why Kaufman & Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Holiday magic!
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. CHECK. That's check. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Is one of the craziest stories in a long time, and I have so many questions, and there don't appear to be many answers for them.
I got you.
Please, Josh, help me out here. Alaska Airlines, this flight that everybody's been talking about, where there was a dude who was an off-duty pilot, and from what we learned yesterday from some dispatchers, if you're an off-duty pilot, they'll put you on standby, or they'll give you like the, what's it called, the jump seat?
Yeah.
Like the jump seat that's in the cockpit, but it's like a little flappy thing that just folds down.
Perks of the job.
And this guy was sitting in that little jump seat in the cockpit, and there was a pilot and a co-pilot on this Alaska Airlines flight, and he tried to sabotage the plane. Like he tried to shut down the engines on the plane to make the thing crash, and everybody afterwards was like, what the hell is this guy doing? They charged him with 83 counts of attempted murder for every person that was on that flight, and he could have killed all these people. And, of course, they do the thing they always do where they go over to the neighbors, and they go, he was a sweet boy and never saw this coming.
He loved his mother.
And he never would have done this. I wouldn't have thought it. And they went around his neighborhood, said he's a loving husband and father to his 2 young sons. There's no issues in this family. And they put up the big question. And I said, oh, this would have been crazy. Nobody's suggesting this yet, but there was like hints that people were asking, is this about the Israel-Palestine thing? Oh. And was like this guy on one side or the other saying, I'm going to make a statement here and crash this plane. Now, they said there's no reason to believe that just yet, but obviously the timing is why you get that kind of speculation. And what they had to do was the pilot and the co-pilot started hitting this guy, whacking him and stuff, and then they got him subdued and brought him to the back of the flight. Yeah, they did. They did. And they got him to the back of the plane, and they held him there while they landed the flight safely, thank God. They said passengers were told Joseph David Emerson, 44, had a, quote, mental breakdown, unquote, before he allegedly tried to turn the engines off midair from the jump seat on Sunday evening. And they say he's got these homicide charges. He's got 83 counts of reckless endangerment. And they're still wondering what the hell would do this. So
he has a random mental breakdown, or there was any sort of signs of it before he took this flight? Any premeditation? That's
what they were saying. They were saying, and when I say they, I mean a bunch of the news reports on this were saying this guy was living a perfectly normal life, has kids, he has a wife, he loves his kids, he loves his wife, seemed to be happy with his job. What would lead that person to all of a sudden have a mental breakdown and try to crash the plane that he was on? Something's wrong about this.
Smells fishy.
Yeah, there's something about this that isn't sitting right with me, and what this guy's motivations were, because he knew exactly what he was doing. And if he would have gotten away with it, plane would have crashed and 83 plus people would have been dead because of his actions. And we got to get down to the bottom of why this occurred. But they're calling him a fantastic father, not a fantastic pilot, though. Not on account of the shutting down the engines for Joseph Emerson. He is now in custody and probably in some pretty big trouble right now. We'll get to your dispatches momentarily. I want to hear your voice. You've been listening to the show probably for a very long time, or maybe even for a short time, and it's time that you get your opinion on board. So do that over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. Has anybody ever heard of a charged lemonade?
No, I can't.
Does it have booze in it?
I have never heard of this before. It does not have booze in it.
Charged, then, if it doesn't have booze, I imagine it gives you energy or something.
It does have energy drink stuff in it. I'd never heard of this, but the people that are affected by it are suing Panera Bread. So Panera Bread at least has this, okay?
That is like the last place I would go for some sort of energy drink. It's very chill, bread bowl with broccoli cheddar soup, and then I go for a nappy.
You know, I used to do the dumbest thing in the world. When I was younger, I was 21, maybe 22. I would go, well, I want to drop some weight down. I want to drop a little bit of weight. And then I go, let me just get a soup from Panera Bread. That's what I'm going to have for my lunch. Reasonable soup. And they go, do you want the bread bowl? And I go, of course I want the bread bowl. I want a respectable soup for lunch, and I'll lose some weight here.
Naturally.
The bread bowl is like 1,200 calories.
Absolutely.
Something ridiculous like that.
It's a full loaf of bread.
It's a big-ass thing. And I would eat this whole thing and be like, man, just taking care of my body over here.
So
just doing
weird.
the right thing.
I haven't lost a pound.
No, in fact, I'm getting fatter as I'm eating these bread bowls.
So good, though.
Yeah, they were tasty. So here's what happened with this charged lemonade. They say Sarah Katz, who's 21 years old, she went into cardiac arrest hours after buying the drink, which contains more caffeine than cans of Red Bull and Monster Energy combined.
Hell
Jesus,
yeah, brother.
Man, there's no warning label for that?
You would think it would have to have something. That's crazy. Charged lemonade at Panera is what did this. Lawyers for her parents say in court papers filed by the Philadelphia Court of Common Pleas said she had a heart condition, long QT syndrome, type 1, and avoided energy drinks at the advice of doctors. So I never heard of long QT syndrome.
I have long QT syndrome.
It seems like that, like a doctor giving a compliment to the person he's dating.
I'm blushing.
I diagnosed you with long QT syndrome, but it's a real thing, long QT syndrome type 1. And it says she bought this drink at a Panera Bread. It was offered side by side with all of the non-caffeinated and or less caffeinated drinks. It was advertised as plant-based and clean, and it contained as much caffeine as their dark roast coffee.
Oof.
So the drink has, I don't know if this is a lot. It seems like a lot. 390 milligrams of caffeine. How many are you supposed to have in a day?
I want to say that might be like 2 cups of coffee.
Let's see. How much caffeine in a day? Let's see how much you're supposed to have in a day. 400 milligrams per day.
So that's like a whole day's worth.
It's a day's worth of caffeine.
And that's if you don't have a heart condition.
Yeah, that's if you don't have any issues health-wise that are going to cause you problems. And of course, she did with the QT
like
syndrome.
A good palp at Panera, huh?
The lawsuit also says the drink contains guiana extract and the equivalent of nearly 30 teaspoons of sugar.
Jesus.
Yeah, brother.
They said, I think everybody thinks lemonade is safe, and this isn't lemonade at all. It's an energy drink that has lemon flavor, and they want to make more people aware of the ingredients and charge lemonade. I don't know if Panera Bread is going to take this off the shelves real quickly.
Just put a big old sign warning, this has energy in it. It's not your standard lemonade.
Maybe some skull and crossbones on the side of that
Put
thing.
it in between the coffee, not next to the other drinks they serve there.
Yeah.
That's a lot of caffeine.
Long cuties not allowed.
No, she was not for that drink.
I got a long cutie for you.
It was a little too much for her. Let's go over to Banana Potato with a dispatch. Banana Potato is talking about dating apps.
Happy Share of the Show Tuesday, guys.
Hey.
Speaking of Match.com, my mom met my stepdad on Match, and that was back in 2006. They're still together, so 17 years strong. And I remember my mom having to pay for Match.com. That was something that was behind a paywall. Fast forward to 2018, I downloaded Tinder because I moved from Miami to San Antonio. Wanted to meet some people, but wasn't serious, trying to find something like my lifelong love. Turns out I did find my lifelong love. And we've been together 5 years on a free Tinder app. However, I will say the quality of people on Tinder does not compare to the quality of people you're going to find on Match or eHarmony, things like that. Something where you have to pay, it's going to weed out the creepers. Anyway, have a great day, y'all. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
Yeah, I've heard those experiences before. Cordy's told me about some nightmare dates where you would just show up and you'd be like, oh, there's zero connection here.
I only went on one. I had some conversations, but I don't think there's only one person that I can recall that I actually met up with. And we dated for a little bit, and it wasn't that bad. But then a year and a half later, they released a song that they wrote all about me, and I feel like my communication was a bit off.
I remember this.
Was it good?
I was it was a beautiful song, and it took me until the second verse to realize, oh my God, she's singing about me. I'm a piece of crap.
Whenever I hear these stories, like when Cordy would tell me about a Tinder date or something that she had, or I don't know if she was using a different app, she would tell me that they went out to lunch together or dinner or whatever. And I always think, doesn't that seem like a bad idea for if you've never met this person before, if you go and you're going to meet for lunch or dinner, if right off the bat, 5 seconds in, this is bad and not going to work at all, you're
leave.
stuck. You just leave before the food or anything?
Yeah, well, you're not stuck. You don't have to stay there.
Oh, I feel like people would feel trapped, though.
I would get stuck.
Yeah, I feel like I'd be and just push your way through the meal.
Start with coffee.
Yeah, that's probably the best idea.
Yeah,
Start with
leave.
Go grab a coffee somewhere, talk for 10 minutes, see how that works out. Otherwise, you're just stuck and trapped in a bad position there.
And that concludes Sean and Josh's dating advice, everybody.
Hey, look, we're both in committed relationships.
Hey, look.
Yeah,
Listen.
How did you meet your wife, Josh?
At a bar.
Who introduced
that she
you?
worked at via Sabrina.
Woo! I'm a matchmaker. I'm down to do it. Maybe I'll start it myself. I will love that job of matchmaking for the first week, and then I'll have something else going on.
People actually do that, right? They're not an app, none of that stuff. Just they go to a person, an individual,
and charge thousands of dollars.
Yes. They charge a bunch of money.
The hit film Hitch starring Will Smith.
Yes, exactly like that. And that's something that people do, I guess, when maybe the apps seem to let them down. And I don't know, that's crazy to me. Kurt, Bang energy drinks have 300. Usually the most packed energy drinks have around 300 milligrams of caffeine tops. So this thing was really, truly living up to that charged lemonade name. Woo! When we come back, we're going to hear from you. Now's your time to go over and send us a dispatch from thenewsjunkie.com. And also, there's a mother who's in some big trouble right now. But I don't know about this. Did she really do anything wrong? We got to dive deep into this. This one is going to cause some people to show up on different sides of the fence, I think. And we'll see where you land. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You can always text us, unless you're driving, at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Travel with caution on John Young Parkway. Authorities are clearing up an accident southbound at LB McLeod Road. The left lane is blocked. There's slowdowns due to an accident on the off-ramp from I-4 westbound to Colonial Drive. Expect delays. And authorities are clearing up an accident on Florida's Turnpike northbound at exit 285. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Lowe's knows how to save pros time and money. Right now, save $60 on a DeWalt 20-volt max brushless drill driver, just $99. Visit them for more deals you can't beat. Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Offer valid 10/19 to 1/31 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Now you can relive the greatest moments from our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Streaming only on Hulu.
Lenny Kravitz kicks things off with his biggest hits.
Foo Fighters get the whole crowd singing along.
Tim McGraw debuts his new song live.
Public Enemy brings the 90s hip-hop energy.
Fall Out Boy covers a classic while literally on fire. And so much more.
Relive the greatest moments from our iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Streaming now only on Hulu for a limited time.
Check the mail for Valpak, and you could be an instant winner. That's right. Tucked in with those coupons is your chance to win big. From cash and gift cards to attraction and concert tickets. Every month is something new with prizes for the whole family. Go ahead, open that blue envelope of savings to see if you won. Because with Valpak Instant Win, there's nothing to buy or do to cash in. Just thousands of real winners winning real prizes, no strings attached. No purchase necessary, void or prohibited. Prizes are randomly inserted. See specially marked Valpak envelopes for details.
Orlando Magic fans, the 35th anniversary season presented by Advent Health is just around the corner. Be at Amway Center for opening night on Wednesday, October 25th against the Houston Rockets and celebrate 35 years of Orlando Magic basketball. It's the first classic night of the season. Cheer on the Magic as they take the new classic court in the retro-looking classic edition uniforms. Plus, all fans in attendance will receive a t-shirt, so don't miss out. Get your tickets today at orlandomagic.com.
Do you have an idea for an invention or new product and don't know what to do next? Inventors, InventHelp can help you get started with your idea. Call 1-800-INVENTION or go to inventhelp.com to get your free inventor's information. They can help you try to patent your idea and submit it to companies. Get started with your idea today at inventhelp.com. InventHelp is the leading invention service company. With offices nationwide, they've been helping inventors since 1984. Inventors receive more than 10,000 patents through their patent referral services. Don't wait to get started with your idea. For free information, contact your friends at InventHelp. Go to inventhelp.com or call 1-800-INVENTION. That's inventhelp.com or call 1-800-INVENTION. They help everyday inventors just like you. Additional services include invention websites, prototype models, technical drawings, and more. They keep your idea confidential and explain every step of their invention services. Remember, that's inventhelp.com. InventHelp.com.
Fall is here, and I'm running out of year. So I'm throwing a Cartoberfest. It's the biggest car party in the world, and the most fun way to buy a nice new car. RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi. I'm gonna liven up my sales, so I'm giving you $7,775 over appraised value for your old ride. Come to my car garden and pick out any nicer, newer car you want and get $7,775 over appraised value based on the car you choose. Get a new Mitsubishi Mirage, greenest gas car in America, 43 miles per gallon for $14,900. Or look at the new Outlander, the safest, most affordable 7-passenger SUV for only $26,900. And all RC Hill Mitsubishis come with a lifetime limited warranty. Past credit problems are the worst, but don't feel like a wiener. I'm going to help you get approved and even lower your current car payment. We have hundreds of new and used vehicles to choose from, so don't be tardy to this car party. I'm RC Hill. I'm your car dealer next door. Visit us at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Requires bank approval. Dealer retains all incentives. Vehicle purchase price affects discount.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, Orlando.
Ford, Chevy, Ram, GMC, Nations Trucks has got them all. And with approved credit, you're not making any payments until 2024. Do yourself a favor. Visit nationstrucks.com and check out their amazing inventory right now. Or see them in Sanford and start driving the truck that you deserve
Reserve today.
13 Days of Halloween Penance, Season 4 of the award-winning horror fiction podcast presented in immersive 3D audio.
If I am under arrest, you have to tell me what I'm charged with.
Starring Natalie Morales of Parks and Recreation and Dead to Me.
Please, there's been some kind of mistake. I'm not supposed to be here.
How do you know?
I'm innocent.
Are any of us truly innocent?
Premiering October 19th, ending Halloween. Listen to 13 Days of Halloween on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, October 28th. Find a collection site near you at deatakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
At SimpliSafe, our award-winning home security has advanced sensors, HD cameras, and now this 24/7 LiveGuard protection. Only from SimpliSafe. Monitoring agents can see and speak to intruders through our indoor camera to help stop crime in real time and for fast police response. Now get 45% off any new system with Fast Protect monitoring at simplisafe.com/radio. Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Why is iHeartRadio the #1 streaming radio app? Free music.
Free live radio stations from all over the country.
Free podcasts.
Free playlists.
Free contests. Free artist radio stations.
Commercial-free stations. It's free. I love iHeartRadio. Join the millions of music, radio, and podcast fans on the #1 streaming radio app now.
iHeartRadio.
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 Free never sounded so good.
Discover the new Buick SUVs in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Holiday magic.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. CHECK. That's check. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Tips at thenewsjunkie.com and anonymous emails. And it's about something we discussed, I think, last week on the show, which blew my mind because there was an advertisement for people to send in, of all things, stool samples and get paid a lot. Unfortunately, you had to be below, I think, 30, which puts me out of the range for the job.
I mean, by decades.
And you don't have to make it worse than it is. How dare you?
It's just fact, man.
And also, you have to be in great physical shape. So that one I'm probably going to swing and miss on, too. But Anonymous says, I heard you discussing the stool sample job on the podcast. My sister-in-law got through several levels of review for one of those positions before being rejected. It offered her $240,000 per year to send in the stool samples. That's a lot of money.
There has to be more to that than just sending poop.
The post along with this that we shared when they were talking about this job opening said, I'm just going to quit my job and start pooping. That's how you're going to make your money. It offered $240,000 per year, but it sounded miserable to stay in the program with all of the lifestyle constraints. So he doesn't go into, or Anonymous doesn't go into any more detail than that. But I can imagine they're saying, like, probably can't drink or smoke or...
No charge lemonades, no Red Bulls.
No, you got to stay away from all of that fun stuff. Anything fun is off limits. You are not going to get near that. Friends, if you're just joining us, it's now your time to act on a Share the Show Tuesday. You can support the show and rock the latest merch drop, which is called Fickle Beast X-Ray. Came out awesome, man. I love this design. It's from our designer, Charlie Layton. And right now, the black shirts are doubling the white shirts. People don't like white shirts as much. It's just for some reason, Josh is convinced that your nipples poke out in white shirts.
That's my running theory, because my nipples poke out.
I think a lot of people
nipples would poke out with other ones, would they not?
Yeah, but you can see how pink my nipples are through the white shirt.
Oh, my God. It's the
I didn't realize
weirdest
he had such
sentence.
pink nipples.
Yeah, I guess so. Are you going to try to get him to show his nipples on the stream now?
I bet they're
Just
bigger
you
than
did?
yours, Sean.
We're not doing
That's
that.
probably true.
There's a white version and a black version, which you can check out at getskywall.com. Or a lot of people are digging the hoodie, which they all have a small design of the front for the Fickle Beast X-Ray, and then a larger design in the back. And it's like all the components of the Fickle Beast in a diagram. It's super cool. It comes with the magnet, which is a fun one. It's the Treehouse of Horrors magnet with myself, Sabrina, and C-Lane all done up in Simpsons style, and our little dogs right in front of us. And comes with, of course, a sticker as well. The Have a Great Friday UMFer sticker. Go get yours. These are selling incredibly fast. May only last a handful of days here before we go through the whole inventory. And that is available at getskywall.com. You can do it right on your phone or anywhere else. Make sure you select your size in the drop down. Okay, here we go. Let's get into this story because I said there is a mother who is in big trouble. In fact, she was arrested. And I'm kind of juggling whether mom actually did anything wrong here. All right. You guys might be in disagreement with me. Oh, boy. But I think that this isn't as bad as people are suggesting. So they say a mother is accused of leaving her toddler and a baby in a running vehicle she was inside. And she stops the car at this place. It's a bar in West Melbourne in Florida.
Red flag number one.
All right. So she stops at a bar in West Melbourne, and she leaves the car running with the air conditioning on, and she has her toddler inside and a baby inside. The air conditioner is going, and the toddler and the baby are in deep sleep. They're sleeping, so she sneaks out. She goes inside this place. Jamie Lee Gunn is her name. She's 33 years old, and she got arrested after police noticed an SUV outside Penny Annie's bar with a 2-year-old and an 8-month-old asleep inside. They said she was visiting with a friend for at least 20 minutes before officers arrived. So she was inside for about 20 minutes, but the babies were still sleeping in the car.
Okay.
All right. And maybe she was watching them. I don't know. When Gunn learned law enforcement was outside in her vehicle, she was more concerned about going to jail than the welfare of her children, according to police who wrote this on Facebook. And I would argue that those are intertwined, just for the record. If you're worried about being arrested, you're worried about being arrested because they're going to take you away from your kids who are in the car outside. Now, to the two of you and everybody else who is going to send in a dispatch, if the car is running, the AC is on.
Got it.
And you want to pop in for a little while to catch up with an old friend. Let's say let's give her the best case scenario here, right? This might not be how this played out, but let's give her the best case scenario. Let's say you got your eyes on the vehicle and you can see inside the kids are sitting there sleeping in the car. And you're not drinking at the bar. You're simply catching up with your friend. Should that person in that exact scenario be arrested? I say no. I say that I don't find anything wrong with that at all.
In a perfect world, sure. But we are also coming from an era in which we're hot car survivors. I mean, God forbid they left the keys in the car. I know I would, and I'm pretty sure you've shared the story. We would get in the driver's seat and put it in reverse for a little bit.
Right.
So they would leave the, keys out, and we lived to tell the tale.
Somehow.
Nowadays, though, I can see why it's an arrestable offense, especially with all the perverts running around.
Here's how I view this. If you add that the AC is not on in the car, I think she should be arrested, right? I'm not for that. If you add that she wasn't like checking up on these kids in some way, I think she's done something wrong. I don't know about arrested, but I think morally she's done something wrong. If you add that she was drinking inside this bar, catching up with her friend, I think she should be arrested because she was going to be drinking and then she was going to get in the car with the 2-year-old and the 8-month-old kid that she had in the car. But if it happened to line up with the story, the details that I laid out there, right? I don't know that this is what happened, but if it happened to be that she could see in the car and she could see the kids, the AC is on in the car, the kids are sleeping and she's watching them while she's catching up with her friend, I don't see that as a big deal at all. Imagine you have an 8-month-old and 2-year-old at home and they're sleeping and you're watching on a baby monitor and you go to the neighbor's house and start chit-chatting for a little while. You see something happen on the baby monitor, you haul ass back to your house. I don't think that's a crime. I don't think
But your house isn't easily stealable like a running car is.
Therein lies another problem. Yeah, somebody could steal the car unless can you leave your car running and lock it?
Some newer ones you can. I think Tesla has that feature for dogs.
A lot of people
Not babies.
are suggesting, it's strange that they don't have, I guess they don't want people doing this.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people saying, what if the engine stopped, like Diana on YouTube? Yeah, you could say that, but that's didn't happen, right? Like,
but then
if
you have that mode in Tesla, right? That you could leave your dog in there.
That's what Josh just said.
It's a great
they don't
idea.
Have it for babies, though.
They have dog mode, no baby mode.
I was writing one thing down.
It's okay.
If you had the AC on and the car went off, and if you were monitoring, you'd be able to see that this was going on.
The going to the bar thing. It's one thing to run into the convenience store and then pop out.
You think that's it? Is the bar the biggest piece of this puzzle? Is it
you want to go hang out with your friend, then make some arrangements for your children.
What if this woman, she's at a Wawa in the parking lot, and the kids are in the car, and she's parked, and the car's got the AC on, and she goes over to her friend who is in another vehicle, and they're just sitting there talking for 20 minutes, catching up.
If they're in another vehicle, sure, you're within several feet to keep checking on your kids, not a closed bar door.
I think all of these details matter, like every little detail, because when you hear bar, that's what makes people angry about this. Mm-hmm. If it was somebody left their kids in the car for a couple of minutes while they were talking with an employee inside some cell phone store, not as many people would be upset.
Maybe.
It's the fact that it was a bar, and it doesn't even say that she was drinking. Again, if she was drinking, put her in jail.
But even when like people are in their homes, and they have especially a newborn baby, you're constantly checking up on them unless they're in their crib and they likely have a camera pointed at them.
Yeah.
I mean, this seems like a little bit more of a priority mix-up. You know, it'd be great if she had a Tesla, because the Teslas have these features where you can leave your pet in the car.
88 Camaro on YouTube says, I leave my dog in the truck while running and take the keep fob in so I can lock the truck. The Drunken Mailman on Twitch says, what if the kid wiggled out of its constraints or out of the car in drive or reverse? We're starting to get into super fantasy world. This is what people do all the time. I say take it at face value. All right? Face value is the kids are in the car and they're secured and they're comfortable in the AC and they're fast asleep and nothing is wrong with them. Now, you don't have to go, what if a chupacabra arrived and gobbled up all the kids? You don't have to go out that far.
It's possible.
Whether something's legal or illegal should be based on pretty simple, obvious facts.
How about this fact? You have yourself in 2023, leave your kids in the car. Everyone's fine and safe. But then you have the vigilante with the cell phone out. It's like, there's a kid in here. I'm going to break this window. Call 911. You walk outside. There's 20 people. You're on the news. You're arrested.
That's why I think it's important where she was. Like, if this bar, Josh, look up this bar. See if they have a patio.
I sent you a picture.
Did you? Okay.
I did.
Penny Annie's Bar is the name of the bar. I'm going to bring this up. I
will submit an argument when you bring that up.
Is this the entirety of the bar?
That is the front of said bar, which has no windows you can see out
of. This bar looks like
is
a cave.
Is it inside of a Costco?
No, it's the corner of a strip mall.
All right, and Josh is correct.
I would not leave my kids in a car at this place.
Josh is correct in saying, in the view that we have here, there does not appear to be any way to look out. Which, if the mother couldn't keep an eye on the vehicle, then I go back to she should have been arrested. Maybe there's another window that we can't see, and there was some way that she could keep her eyes on the car.
They don't even have a patio.
They don't?
I'm looking at the street view. There's like 2 parking spots, and then these blacked out windows.
Do you see what it says on the door?
No.
This is a full smoking establishment.
Yeah,
Nice.
Bring the kids in.
I think that would be the best case scenario.
I mean, argument in her favor, she didn't bring the kids into the smoking bar.
Yeah, true. Yeah, nobody under 21 allowed after 7 p.m., it says. It was, does it say when this was?
18-year-olds are allowed prior to that?
Yes.
Possibly.
They sell subs.
Yeah. It doesn't say what time it was when this mother left the kids in the car,
It's
but
also
she did
made
get
of
arrested.
cinder blocks.
I know. Isn't it kind of crazy looking?
It looks fun, honestly.
It's like really hole-in-the-wall kind of bar. Penny Annie's over there. Where was it from? Melbourne, Florida.
I like the open sign that's just wedged in above the other sign.
What do you think? Is this acceptable, or should the mom go to jail? When the mom goes to jail, we pull the mom even further away from these kids. That throws things
leave
into
them
chaos
in the car while
a bit.
she's in jail.
That's not good. You don't want that. All right. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? An exclusive story for you guys. Wheel of Fortune's Halloween show last night made me bankrupt of my maturity. More on that later. South Park fans are big mad after discovering Big Gay Al's Big Gay Boat Ride is banned in one country. Plus, the internet is torn between six figures or joining, H to the Izzo for L to the unch. God damn it. That was the part where I repeated the Tesla thing. That's the part where I repeated Josh's Tesla comment because I was writing at the same time. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio. At 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Ken, and Mike. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hi, everybody. Good Tuesday to you. Jamie King in the Fox 35 Storm Center. Hope your day's off to a great start. Central Florida weather for you today. Looks like we'll see some low 80s for highs, a mix of sun and clouds, and breezy northeast winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. It's going to be blowing pretty good today. We'll keep it dry. 67, scattered clouds, dry and quiet inland tonight. Maybe a few coastal showers. Again, upper 60s, some gusty winds along the coast through the overnight. Wednesday, a warm high at 82. Rain chance at 20% along the coast, dry inland. For Fox 35, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jamie King.
This report is sponsored by Blue Stream Fiber.
HOA and condo board members, it pays to have fiber. Let Blue Stream Fiber show you how fiber internet provides revenue for communities while saving up to 50% off retail rates. Visit bluestreamfiber.com/radio to find out more.
West 2 News, now here for you at 7 p.m. Because breaking news doesn't wait for the right time.
News never stops.
And that's why our team keeps going.
We're adding more coverage of what matters most to Central Florida. The big stories that will have you talking. An accurate forecast you can depend on. Stuart Moore, Michelle Imperato, Tony Manalfi. West 2 News at 7 p.m. Local, live, late breaking.
We're bringing you access like nobody else.
Hey everyone, welcome to Access Hollywood. I am Mario Lopez.
Access to A-list interviews.
The Justin Timberlake exclusive.
Royal family rumors.
Trending Twitter feuds. Blockbuster.
Behind the scenes.
Can't miss viral moments.
Jen Aniston joined Instagram yesterday, and then she decided to break it.
And killing it on the red carpet. Look at Jason Momoa back here with the all-new Access Hollywood.
Tonight at 7:30 on West 2.
In this week's Marketers Report, Dana Nussbaum, Executive Vice President, Worldwide Marketing at Warner Brothers Discovery, weighs in on regional audio marketing.
Although we're marketing at a very broad scale, it does include specific local markets, and that's the beauty of iHeart's network.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
You earned it. Get it early. With a Fairwinds checking account, you can get your direct deposit up to 2 days in advance. No more waiting for payday. And we make it easy for you to send and receive money from friends and family. Open a checking account today at Fairwinds Credit Union and reach your financial goals. Fairwinds is federally insured by the NCUA.
Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now I'm hitting the road with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. And visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
Seems like COVID's everywhere again, but there's good news from Pfizer. This season's updated COVID-19 shots are now available for ages 6 months and up, and they're designed to better protect against recent variants. Ask your pharmacist or doctor and schedule at vaccines.gov. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeartMedia can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else, and we can give you access to those potential customers more cost-effectively across radio, digital, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeartMedia can work for you. Get started today at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Listen up. This is so easy. Do you want the most money for your used car? Of course you do. And a hassle-free process? Yeah, that's GiveMeTheVin.com. Give Me The VIN is fast, easy, reliable, and pays top dollar for your car. It's that simple. And Give Me The VIN is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau and thousands of online reviews. Get an instant cash offer and the most money for your car right now at GiveMeTheVin.com. America's best car buyer.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
This is Scott Trout of Cordell & Cordell. If you're a dad who is facing divorce, there are extra layers of stress that may include stereotypes and assumptions. No two situations are the same. Our legal experience and dedication prepare us for whatever legal challenges we face together. For more than 30 years, Cordell & Cordell has represented men in divorce.
Office in Orlando. Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's attorneys. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Scott Trout, licensed in Missouri, Illinois, and Georgia only. Online at CordellCordell.com.
Find us on Threads at Real Radio 1041, powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Radio. 104.1.
The next episode in just a moment. All things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. And we have a design drop for you right now, friends. You can go get your shirt. You're going to love this one. It's one of my favorite designs ever. And it's available for you over at getskywall.com, or you can find the link on top of the newsjunkie.com if that's easier for you. There's a hoodie version, and it's a design on the front and the back for the first time, like a smaller design on the front and then a big, large graphic design on the back. It's killer. Just take a moment of your day, check it out. It's a pretty fast seller right now. So I think that if you want to get this, you should probably move now and go over to getskywall.com. Thanks to our friends in West Palm Beach, our friends in Port St. Lucie, our friends on the Treasure Coast, our friends in Rochester, our friends in Dallas, everybody who is jumping on board and supporting at getskywall.com. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
The funny thing about pencils, we do that. Pencils. Like a pencil. 9. We do that.
It keeps going.
Sturdy, dependable, and they can create just about anything.
And
pencils.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don.
Really wish you would have got that pencils ad. I can't believe you didn't get it, man.
He worked hard on that.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me want to use a pencil. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
But you don't have to use a pencil when it comes to working with that mortgage guy, Don. You can do it right there on the interwebs. Just use your fingers to go to thatmortgageguyDon.com. Get the process started today, whether you're refinancing, buying your first dream home, doing some debt consolidation. You're leaving money on the table, so get that money off the table and back in your hands by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with that mortgage guy.
It was so many years ago. How many, to be exact? 34 years ago, 1989. Televangelist Reverend Jim Bakker. You know, you love him.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. And in 1989, he was sentenced to 45 years in church. Just kidding, prison. And was fined $500,000 for his conviction on not one, not two, but 24 counts. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Of fraud and conspiracy stemming from his Praise the Lord ministry. In 91, an appeals court reduced the sentence to a whopping 18 years. But in 1994, Jim Bakker was paroled after serving just under 5 years in prison. Thank you, our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
He's got to be dead, right?
Yeah, I think he's long dead.
Yeah.
Now, when confronted about the missing $158 million...
That's not that much.
Yeah, just round it up. He claimed that, obviously, this is a duh moment. It was Satan that had gotten into his ministry's computers to make the money gone, right?
Oh, my God, he's still alive.
Yeah, I just looked
What
at
is he, 112?
He's 83 years old, and he's still alive.
Well,
Tammy Faye's been dead a while now.
Yeah, she's definitely dead.
Now, when asked if he could prove Satan stole the money, he replied, and this is a decent quote, "Can you prove he didn't?
Yeah.
Can you prove Satan didn't?"
I
No,
like
you
it.
can. Amen, amen, amen.
I defy thee.
You know what's crazy? He returned to televangelism after that. Like he
And
did
they kept giving him money?
Yeah, he did a comeback tour and went back to do it. And you go, this guy stole all your monies, and then he comes back
But
and
it
he's
was
selling
Satan.
on.
It was
He said he came back and he was selling those buckets of food for like the end times for Revelation. You know. Oh my God.
But these are the best of times. It's Halloween just coming up. Ooh, spooky. And on this show right here, they had their annual Halloween edition. You better spin it. You better spin that
Wheel of Fortune.
I thought somebody guessed it. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Wheel of
another theme week, and I didn't see any news stories when I pulled this morning. I got to give a shout out to my neighbors who sent it over. They were watching it live.
Shout out, neighbor.
Yeah, thanks, neighbor. And it's the first theme week we've seen since season 38, the Halloween week. We had 3 contestants, as they usually do. We have Izzy. It's a male, by the way. Izzy Santiago, proud uncle to 4 nephews and 3 nieces.
Is Pat Sajak there with Izzy and the rest of these folks?
Yes.
Okay, so he's still
Pat
doing
was
it.
there.
He hasn't retired just yet.
He has a good photographic memory of pictures, numbers, and letters from the Bronx and New York. We have Frankie, married lady to Chuck for 35 years, 2 grown-ass children, a son-in-law, 2 grandchildren, who does homemade costumes from Albany. And then we have Jenny, married lady to Jeff with a son named Giovanni, who has Halloween Christmas trees in Winter Park, Florida. So maybe some of our friends are listening.
Is this photo real?
It is 1,000% real. Wait, don't show them yet.
I will not.
But for Wheel of Fortune, we had a very particular first round. It's called Before and After. And we had Izzy guessing a pair of S's. Frankie did some R's, an M, an O. And then it was Jenny's turn, and she went all the way. There was only one letter that needed to be filled, but the actual screen showed something the FCC would not let be.
Yeah.
Now you may reveal.
All right, here it is.
Get your minds out of together.
Well, I can only guess what this person is going to say.
A dark and stormy night. S.
Shift.
Shift is right.
Shift is what it's supposed to be, but the F is not filled in.
We've had one of those, though, haven't we, Al? Right?
So it looks like a dark and stormy. A dark and stormy is a drink, right?
Yeah.
And then a stormy night shift. But it sure isn't saying that right now.
I'm blown away. They didn't there was no chuckles at all when they were playing this on TV. Not some, quip from Pat Sajak on the fact that there was the S word right there on television. But eventually they got it right, and boom, you can have yourself a dark and stormy mirror. This guy right here.
It looked fine to everybody else. Just not to, just not to you. Yeah.
Dark and stormy. SH. Shifts. Someone's going to need to find a new shift when it comes to this guy and the Wax Museum who done messed up.
The Rock.
What the Rock is cooking.
And he's cooking up a complaint. A wax figure of The Rock went viral after it was unveiled in Paris, a museum over there, and it doesn't look like him at all.
It's a cracker rock.
Yeah, they made fun of the skin being so light. He looked like a white guy. People even compared it to Mr. Clean and Vin Diesel. Well, The Rock is doing something about it. He says, for the record, I'm going to have my team reach out to our friends at Greven Museum in Paris, France, so we can work on updating my wax figure here with some important details and improvements, starting with my skin color.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't blame him for that because it
Did you
doesn't
see the
look
Lil
like him.
Wayne one too?
Lil Wayne looks like he has been deprived of food for years. It's
Really,
so
Lil
bad.
Wayne.
Did you see the Travis Barker one?
No,
That one
hang
looks
on.
exactly like him. If you go to Travis Barker's Instagram account and he does a video with him, and it's like, for a second, you can't tell which one's right until face moves.
Here's the Lil Wayne one for those of you watching the stream. And and it's one of the few I've ever seen where he's tearing his shirt off so he could show off
so
his
bad.
tattoos. And
It's scary. Who's that
Yeah.
bending over right behind him?
Is that pink?
Pink. Yeah, it's pink on the right side. And I don't know who the other person is.
So there you have it. Hopefully we'll see an update from The Rock very
I
soon.
think that's Paris Hilton.
Do they
right
just
behind him.
spray tan the wax figurines, or they have to take it back to the shop and redo the entire thing?
I don't know. There's a whole art to doing these things, and it is usually very impressive. It just wasn't for the Rock one or the Lil Wayne one.
I'll tell you what, Canadian fans are not very impressed with, what is it, Paramount Plus when it comes to this show?
South Park.
South Park is right, you guys. And 26 years after Stan, Sparky, and Big Gay Al taught South Park fans that it's okay to be gay in the iconic episode Big Gay Al's Big Gay Boat Parade.
Oh my God, you were not kidding about this Travis Barker thing.
Isn't
it's
it? It's
so
on point.
weird.
Whoa.
What made his the best one?
I don't know,
Where's
but
Lil
it
Wayne?
straight up looks like he's hanging out with an identical twin.
It could be that he looks like a real life skeleton, so there's less wax to go on there.
That's
very true.
insane. I'm going to put that up on See It Now so everybody can take a peek. You got to look at this.
So some people, especially fans in Canada, are wondering and big mad why Paramount decided to ban that episode in particular. That was one of the first ones, right? It was in season 1 where it was actually the most pointed and praised attack on the rampant and socially acceptable homophobia that was going on back in 97. Sean, you remember?
I do.
So they had Big Gay Al's Big Gay Boat Ride with this, of course, iconic song.
Very
Gay.
catchy.
Yeah, I can't play too much of that. But flash forward to 2023, some Canadian viewers who have access to the South Park catalog through Paramount Plus found that the first season is missing most of its wonderful episodes, including the super Big Gay Out, Big Gay episode. And it makes me a little sad to think about it. Paramount has given no official explanation for the episode's absence. From some subscribers viewing libraries, users have suggested that there might be a simple technical glitch, or perhaps, as one user simply stated, that's super gay of Paramount Plus.
It was a good episode.
It's great, and I love it. Now, would I leave you with this? Time do be running out when we're talking about all this gay stuff.
It really do be like that.
We go from gay to J, Z. And have you seen the big internet debate?
I've
What's
seen
happening
this.
to my voice?
I don't know, but I've seen this all over. I don't know what's going on. Something about
It's a prompt.
Is there's an auction where you get, can hang out with Jay-Z or something?
It's
a meme.
Simply the
Okay.
question: would you rather have $500,000 or lunch with Jay-Z? And that became such a big topic on the internet that Jay-Z sat down with Gayle King on CBS Mornings, and his answer was, drum roll please, we don't have time for it, take the money. Jay-Z says take the money.
Is there anybody saying lunch with Jay-Z?
A lot of people are. His
Probably
reasoning,
someone with $500,000.
Yeah, somebody who's rich already, because otherwise, why wouldn't you take the money?
He's like, anything he could tell you is already out on his rap song. So take the $500,000 and listen to his CDs. You got to take the money. I wouldn't tell you to cut a bad deal. Like, take the $500,000, go buy some albums, listen to those albums. It's all there. If you piece it together, really listen to the music for the words, well, what it is, it's all there. Everything that I've said I wanted to do, I have done. Bay. So there you have it. $500,000 in your pockets. No lunch with Jay-Z. On the boob tube, by the way, Real Radio's Halloween comedy gambling cruise is this weekend. realradio.fm/victory. Tickets are going fast. So if you want to have some laughs, have some Halloween times, and have some gambling fun, then please go to realradio.fm/victory. Dancing with the Stars on ABC, The Voice on NBC, Celebrity Squares on VH1, and Hot Potato, The Story of the Wiggles on Amazon tonight. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. And most importantly, say it with me, America.
Smoke weed every day. Thank you, Sabrina.
No, thank you.
When we come back, a woman was dead for 27 minutes. And then she came to. When she came to, she immediately had to rush over and write down a message. What was it? That's what we're going to find out together. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 and a little
holiday magic
is just minutes away. And brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Checking into I-4, expect delays due to an accident westbound between Saxon Boulevard and Dirksen Drive. There's congestion through the city on I-4 between Colonial Drive and Robinson Street. Authorities are clearing up an accident on John Young Parkway southbound at McLeod Road. Around the perimeter of I-4, you won't be expecting any delays on 429 or the Greenway. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by HCA Florida Healthcare. HCA Florida Mount Dora Emergency, located near the intersection of U.S. Highway 441 and Eudora Road, is now open 24/7. Visit HCAFloridaHealthcare.com to learn more. This emergency department is part of HCA Florida Lake Monroe Hospital. This is not an urgent care center. Its services are billed at hospital rates.
Call today, cool today. Visit cooltoday.com.
We heard from you loud and clear. All 18 emails from the same IP address with the same grammatical errors. Fort Fritz returns. An hour-long special gets spooky at 9 p.m. Halloween night on Real Radio 104.1.
What key is tonight going to be played in? Well, that's entirely up to you and your spirit. Over here at Wild Turkey, we're opting for something that rings true and can reverberate for ages. A little 101. Wild Turkey 101 has been pleasing crowds for decades with its iconic, rich flavor. Crafted with generations of know-how and the finest ingredients. Wild Turkey. Trust your spirit. Wild Turkey Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Copyright 2023, Campari America, New York, New York. Never compromise, drink responsibly.
I've been driving a truck 6 weeks. It's awesome. Me and the road. And if I push my speed, I can even get myself a little extra cash. I'm not supposed to be on the road for this long, but hey, everybody does it. Plus, I've got these babies to keep me awake.
If you or anyone in your family has been injured, call Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. We've collected over $15 billion for our clients. It's easy. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
A Fifth Third Better means we put in 166.7%.
What does that mean?
Well, at Fifth Third Bank, our name equals 166.7%. So that's how hard we work. That means free checking, no hidden fees, and helping to protect your identity.
Explain it in baseball terms?
It's a home run.
Basketball terms?
It's a slam dunk.
Football.
Touchdown.
Highlight.
Buzzball.
Cricket.
Golden duck.
Wow. Guess that really is a Fifth Third Better.
That's what a Fifth Third Better means. This is banking a Fifth Third Better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association member FDIC. free.
Did you suffer through 2022 with a terrible bathroom? You wanted to make that call to Rebath in Mid-Florida. You just couldn't do it. Well, make 2023 the year that you finally need to pick up that phone and let these guys show you what they can do. And what they can do is amazing. Take a bathroom that you hate, it's old, it's out of date, doesn't look great, doesn't really complement your home, and turn that into a magical spa-like environment that you begin or end every day in, and it makes you super happy. Here's the great thing. They do this with their employees. They do it in just 4 to 6 days, and they give you a lifetime guarantee on the products and the install. And guys, these products are simply amazing. Natural stone, travertine marble, all those beautiful colors, but it's the quality of the products that you've got to feel when you go to the showroom. 436 up in Altamont, right across from Kobe. Stop in, feel that quality, picture that in your house. That can happen. They're exceptionally good at it. Let them design a bathroom that you are going to love using their products, your ideas, their ideas, and next thing you know, their craftsmen will have it installed and you will love it. 2023 is the year that you get a new bathroom courtesy of Rebath, midfla.com.
Attention, our friends from Guarantee Media are giving away 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99 to the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. It's only for the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. They give you up to a year and a half to travel, but you must be one of the first 50 to text MUSIC to 96551. Grab your phone and text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. That's MUSIC to 96551. You heard right. Be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551 and get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. But you must be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. Text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to go on vacation to Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, October 28th. Find a collection site near you at deatakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
When seasonal allergies and clogged sinuses make you miserable, you want fast relief. But recently there's confusion about which cold and allergy products work and which ones don't. In fact, oral phenylephrine, a drug found in many oral decongestants in the cold and allergy aisle, is currently being evaluated by the FDA because it may be ineffective. Luckily, there's a drug-free solution called Navage that for many provides on-the-spot relief. Navage is the natural way to relieve congestion by sucking out the allergens, germs, and mucus that can make you stuffy and miserable. Nasal irrigation works, and Navage makes it quick and easy, but more than anything, it helps you breathe better. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril. Trust drug-free Navage so you can breathe better, snore less, and feel healthier. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
At SimpliSafe, our award-winning home security has advanced sensors, HD cameras, and now this, 24/7 LiveGuard protection, only from SimpliSafe. Monitoring agents can see and speak to intruders through our indoor camera to help stop crime in real time and for fast police response. Now get 45% off any new system with Fast Protect monitoring at simplisafe.com/radio. Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Once you get Jersey Mike's catering with 12 subs for any event, I'll tell you, there's no going back to other catering. That'd be like going back to using Morse code.
Welcome to Jersey Mike's.
Okay, here we go.
A pickle slice wrapped in a napkin.
Oh, wait, try this.
A brownie with extra olive oil?
Whoops, I mixed up my dots and dashes. Here.
1,800 catering boxes coming right up.
Uh-oh. Nope, there's no going back once you get catering at Jersey Mike's. A sub above.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Holiday magic.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, cash. C-A-S-H. That's cash. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Real
Lauren is the newest Secret Show subscriber. You can learn more over at thenewsjunkie.com. By the way, you get a discount on merch that's loaded where the latest show is and ready for you and Lauren V. So go check that out or get your shirt over at getskywall.com. I don't know if I believe this story, friends, but I'm going to put it out to the two of you to see if you're buying what this lady's putting down for us, because this is all about a woman named Tina Hines. And Tina Hines is a fit and healthy mother of 4, and everything was going well in her life, or so it seemed, until she dropped dead. Ooh. And she was dead for 27 minutes, they said. And then Tina Hines wakes up after 27 minutes.
Welcome to Chili's.
She rushes over, she grabs a piece of paper, and she grabs a pen, and she writes something down immediately. She knows she has to do this as quickly as she can, and she scribbles this down on this piece of paper after being dead for 27 minutes. What do you think she wrote down on that piece of paper?
Oh, boy. Something about Jesus.
Okay, maybe.
Something about Jesus for sure.
All right. What do you think, Josh?
Maybe like she had a really good idea for like a movie or something.
Let's see what it is here.
Lotto numbers.
She ran and grabbed this piece of paper and she wrote down, "It's real." That's what it says.
Oh my
Scribbled
God.
down on the piece of paper.
I'm sorry, what? Are we all looking at the same thing here?
It's a little hard to read because remember she was just dead for 27 minutes. But ITS and then REAL. It's real is what she wrote down on this piece of paper. And you can obviously see where this is going from there.
Right.
But I'm going to read the whole story, and you guys tell me if you believe what this woman is saying happened.
I don't, but go ahead.
Already?
Yeah.
They said one woman claims to have gotten a glimpse of the other side after she effectively died for a total of 27 minutes. Fit and healthy mother of 4, Tina Hines, suddenly kicked the bucket on her own driveway in front of her husband, Brian. He frantically performed CPR on his spouse and battled to revive her as she suffered a cardiac arrest. And Tina was blue and lifeless by the time an ambulance showed up to her home in Arizona. Still, paramedics continued to work on her en route to the hospital. She was shocked with a defibrillator 6 times by medics, and nothing seemed to bring her back. I mean, once they're 6 times in on the defibrillator, they usually give up on you. For a total of 27 minutes, this mother had no heartbeat and was supposedly dead. But after being intubated at the hospital, she eventually woke up with a message she desperately wanted to share. Despite just coming to, the first thing she asked for was a pen and paper so she could scribble something down. And it was barely legible, but her family managed to decipher her scrawl and said it read, "It's real." Her loved ones explained she simply nodded her head when they began questioning what she was referring to. They said, "What, the pain? Is the pain real? Is the hospital real?" And then somebody goes, "Heaven?" And she nods, "Yes." And she continues on with her experience, which she says is totally true, though you may deny or not believe.
We'll definitely read about it in her upcoming book.
I think we might. But Tina couldn't stop talking when she woke up, as she told her family about her sneak peek of the afterlife. She claimed that she had seen Jesus face to face, and he had been standing there with his arms open wide for her. She also described seeing an incredible glow that was the most vibrant and beautiful yellow, as well as being overwhelmed by a feeling of peacefulness. And they said Tina's supposed taster session of the next life came to an end after that. Just 4 days later, she was discharged without any concerns, and she's doing just fine. She's adamant that there's something waiting for us and there is an afterlife. This is what Tina says. I don't know.
Okay.
I have a lot of questions when I read something like this. Is it possible when you die or when nobody dies and comes back? You have a medical episode that leads to you almost dying. Dying is a finality to me. Dying is the process that you're dead, you can't come back.
They consider death in the medical field as you're flatlined. Right?
It depends on if they did the official, when they, like in a episode of, what's the one you watch, the doctor's one?
Grey's Anatomy.
Grey's Anatomy. I can never remember.
10 years I've been telling
the
you
guys.
Grey's Anatomy, where they go,
Scrubs.
Call it. and then the person writes down the time of death. And so that's when you're like officially dead, I guess. But I wonder if when you're in that state in between, when you're essentially unconscious, you could go into a dreamlike state. And if you go into a dreamlike state, all she's saying could be true. She could have dreamed that, this Jesus was there and that, it was glowing and he was trying to welcome her to heaven. It doesn't mean any of that stuff actually happens.
Or it was Charles Manson.
It could have been long hair. Maybe she didn't ask any questions. But Tina Hines says that is what happened to her. And as Sabrina said, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a book forthcoming because a little kid did this. Remember when the little kid was like, I was dead for a while and I saw heaven. And then the little kid said he came back to life and wrote a book, I believe.
I know people that fully believed in that.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah. And the weirdest thing is, it's totally possible that she's telling the truth, and yet it's not what she thinks it is if it's just a dream thing. Or maybe, who knows? Nobody knows. These are the things about the biggest questions. I'm not going to be the person, even though I am not a religious person, right? I am agnostic, speaking of religion.
Wow, pick a side.
I'm not picking any side here. I don't like organized religion, and I haven't been a part of it. I wouldn't say I'm an atheist because I think atheists tend to be anti-theists, and they get like weirdly aggressive about hating religion, so much so that the anti-religion becomes a religion. And I think that's sort of a weird thing that I don't
Some of them are like that, yeah.
Some of them get a little bit hardcore. And I'm more just like, hey, I'm not going to pretend that I know what happens after you die because I have no clue. Neither does anybody else who's alive. So we're all just doing the old guessing game. Leheva Rasta said, only God knows. Or the spaghetti monster or any number of other gods out there. Who knows? We're going to go to you and get to your dispatches right now. Let's see what's on your mind. Here we go. Here is a funny name talking about Simpsons.
Hey, guys. Good afternoon.
Hi.
Didn't they already make a movie about some dude that died and came back and said it's real? Or a kid that died and they made a book and a movie about it. It was on Oprah.
Mm-hmm.
And then, to top it all off, The Simpsons did it as well when Bart died.
Man, The Simpsons have done it all, haven't they?
Simpsons did it.
Yeah, The Simpsons have done so many things that everything that happens, you got a Simpsons did it moment. Here's Buck has Sexaton with the dispatch.
Hell yeah, I just ordered my Fickle Beast shirt. And that magnet looks really cool, by the way, and I love the sticker. Also, upload the podcast, Sean, please.
Oh, sorry about that. I'm getting yelled at for that. Brando Calrissian said it too.
I know you got a lot on your plate, but if you could, at least before midnight, could you try and post a podcast? I know.
I just posted it during the last break, so podcast folks, this is an impossible situation because if I don't post the podcast, I can't tell the folks that posted the podcast because they listen via podcast. So the only thing I can do is put it up and then they can listen and then they'll hear me saying this afterwards, but it'll be the next day because that was yesterday's podcast. Time is a real bitch. You can go over and get your Fickle Beast X-Ray shirt as well and get the podcast all at thenewsjunkie.com. You'll see the link on top. Or go over to getskywall.com. Those are going fast. Faster than any shirt we've done probably in the last 2 or 3 years, I would say. All right, one more dispatch. Here is somebody talking about testifying in personal injury cases. And they're referring to the leaving the kids in the car at the bar like this mother did that ended up getting arrested.
Hey guys, still really sick, so not getting up to turn off the radio in the background. Hope it's not a big distraction, but I do testify in a lot of personal injury cases, and what they're worried about with kids in the car like that is exactly that. Cars idling, especially if it's an old car in a heap, do have many issues. Sometimes they actually burst into flames, sometimes they stop running, sometimes there's a carbon monoxide leak and the kids die, so it's probably not a good idea.
I got to tell you, I wanted to have this mother's back and say maybe she wasn't doing anything that bad. But looking at the bar where Josh found the picture of it, it doesn't look good for her.
It's a bit rough.
There's just a bunch of bricks with no windows. There's like a window.
It doesn't look like a place you just go to chat and don't have a drink.
No, it doesn't.
And I'm sure it's a great establishment, but like it's not where you leave your kids in the car.
It's a drinker's bar. It's not. It wasn't even like a sports bar.
Hold on. Someone texted and said they have great wings there.
Oh, do they? Maybe she was enjoying those. I don't know. I want to believe that she didn't do anything wrong, but it doesn't. It's not looking great for her.
You never know.
Here's Synth Solution, and it says your take is full of stupid. Okay,
Sean, I'm going to be blunt. Your take is stupid. There's no way it could be right. The mother left the kids in the car.
Just because the car is running and the AC is running does not mean that some weirdo can't get in the car and drive off with it. This is 2023 America. It's happened.
You know, you guys are such pussies sometimes. It's just the way I hear you go about life, like you were eggshells when you were a little kid, just waiting to break at any moment.
Sean.
The kids can survive being in a car for 20 minutes.
That is taken. His point was that somebody will take the car and the kids
Nobody's
with
going to take them if it's locked. If she locked it, I still don't know if she did, but nobody's going to take the car if she locked the car up. It'd just be about the kids not being under parental supervision. That would be the biggest problem. And it doesn't look like she was watching them, I'll tell you that. Because there was even a side window of the bar, and it was completely boarded up, I think. Like there was a giant piece of board over it.
In my experience, serious day drinkers do not like sunlight.
No, they want to shut it all out and get as far away from that as they possibly can. Many more people who are chiming in about that and other things. We want to hear from you, too. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and record your first dispatch right now. When we come back, they were just trying to fish, just trying to enjoy themselves, and they reeled up something that was really, really bad. What was it? That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You text us at 77031 and we say it on the air. Sometimes we might even give you credit. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Traveling around I-4 this afternoon, expect delays westbound due to an accident between Saxon Boulevard and Dirksen Drive, congestion through the city between Colonial Drive and Robinson Street, and delays between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. Authorities are clearing up an accident on 436 northbound between the Beach Line and Frontage Road. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. At Blindster, we offer over 50 different custom window treatments, including faux wood blinds and shutters, all at prices less than retail. Plus, we'll send you free samples before you buy. Don't hire an expensive pro. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
Now, you can relive the greatest moments from our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Streaming only on Hulu.
Lenny Kravitz kicks things off with his biggest hits.
Foo Fighters get the whole crowd singing along.
Tim McGraw debuts his new song live.
Public Enemy brings the 90s hip-hop energy.
Fall Out Boy covers a classic while literally on fire. And so much more.
Relive the greatest moments from our iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Streaming now only on Hulu for a limited time.
You earned it. Get it early. With a Fairwinds checking account, you can get your direct deposit up to 2 days in advance. No more waiting for payday. And we make it easy for you to send and receive money from friends and family. Open a checking account today at Fairwinds Credit Union and reach your financial goals. Fairwinds is federally insured by the NCUA.
Are you dealing with tooth pain? Don't suffer in silence. Advanced Endodontics is here to help. Our expert team offers state-of-the-art care and is dedicated to helping you find relief. We specialize in root canals and have 6 convenient locations throughout Central Florida. We partner with well-known companies who offer great financing options, and you don't need a referral to make an appointment. Visit IneedARootCanal.com today. Don't delay. That's IneedARootCanal.com and take the pain away.
Once you get the meat and cheese for your sub freshly sliced right in front of you at Jersey Mike's, I'll tell you, there's no going back to anything else. That'd be like going back to dial-up internet. Ugh. Am I connecting to space to order Jersey Mike's? Any day now. Okay, it's about to connect. What? Who picked up the phone? Nope. There's no going back once you see it freshly sliced at Jersey Mike's. A sub above.
What key is tonight going to be played in? Well, that's entirely up to you and your spirit. Over here at Wild Turkey, we're opting for something that rings true and can reverberate for ages. A little 101. Wild Turkey 101 has been pleasing crowds for decades with its iconic rich flavor. Crafted with generations of know-how and the finest ingredients. Wild Turkey. Trust your spirit. Wild Turkey Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Copyright 2023 Campari America, New York, New York. Never compromise, drink responsibly.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here from my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. You know, these guys have only been in town a few months, but they've already impacted so many families and lives here in Central Florida. It really is amazing. With Life Imaging FLA's free heart scan, there's no more guessing. Now you know. Now you know if those family genetic issues are showing their face in your heart at a young age. But now with Life Imaging FLA's free heart scan, you know, and you can build a long-term health care plan with your primary care doctor. And with October being Sudden Cardiac Arrest Awareness Month, now's the time to make that move. Sudden cardiac arrest is a leading cause of death in the U.S. with a survival rate less than 10%. So do yourself a favor and get this free heart scan from Life Imaging FLA. It's just a few minimum requirements, but it is a $699 value. And while you're there, be sure to ask about their cancer screening as well. And it couldn't be easier. Just pick up your cell phone and dial pound 250. Just say the keyword free heart scan. That's all you have to do. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan, and you'll be connected in seconds. Make today the day you take charge of your long-term health care. You'll receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Peace of mind, don't delay. Pick up your phone and dial away. 888-40 today. Get it done today with Plumbing Today.
For 60 years, our team of trusted, reliable plumbers has been here to help you with all your plumbing needs. Right now, unclogging any drain is $93 or it's free. That's $93 or free.
Peace of mind, don't delay. Pick up your phone and dial away. 888-40 today. Get it done today with Plumbing Today.
It's Ice Spice season. And what are you waiting for? Dunkin' is entering the charts with a new hit, the Ice Spice Munchkins drink. This is the drink that everyone's been waiting for. Frozen coffee blended with pumpkins munchkins, plus caramel drizzle, whipped cream, and more caramel drizzle on top. Yes, please. Pop into your local Dunkin' or order on the app today. So it's time to get a head start on the Ice Spice season with the Ice Spice Munchkins drink. America runs on Munchkins? Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Terms apply.
This is Scott Trout of Cordell & Cordell. There are a lot of great dads out there. Sometimes those dads get divorced. For more than 30 years, we've represented men in divorce, confronting the pitfalls that could devastate your finances or harm your family relationships. While every situation is different, our goal is to get the best outcome for you and your kids. Set up a consultation and take the first step.
Office in Orlando. Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's attorneys. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Scott Trout, licensed in Missouri, Illinois, and Georgia only. Online at CordellCordell.com.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, October 28th. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
iHeart Podcast Update. This week on your free iHeartRadio app. Dan Patrick takes a gamble. DP is living vicariously through his buddy Bad Larry and graphics guy Dylan as they make weekly picks on college football and NFL. Unbreakable with Jay Glazer. Jay talks directly with you and does regular check-ins regarding his own battles with mental health. Up on Game. NFL greats LeVar Arrington, TJ Hushmanzada, and Plaxico Burress take on the latest hard-hitting sports topics for athletes while welcoming guests from the world of sports and entertainment. Hear these podcasts and more on your free iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
No payments until 2024 with approved credit. Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
Holiday magic. Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Cash. C-A-S-H. That's cash. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Send a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Record yours now. We'll figure out what these fishermen reeled up that caused a big problem in a moment. And what is this Trump thing that you sent over in the group chat? Is that from? It's got to be recent because it says this the 47th thing. Like I guess he's calling himself Trump 47 because he wants to be the next president.
Oh, creative.
Technically.
I feel like it was from the same. We played the clip earlier today. I think it's from the same rally.
Where he realized that the word us is U.S.
Something, yeah. And so this one popped up for me, and we have a very common clip of Trump when it comes to mosquitoes. I don't know if you have it on hand, but...
Yeah, he does not like mosquitoes.
He hates them. He never
He's
did.
not a big fan. And that's a real clip, by the way. Somebody thought that was like audio AI or something. Here he is.
I don't
mosquitoes? I don't like those mosquitoes. I never did.
Never did. Never did.
Move over mosquitoes because he doesn't like this microphone. Now, the clip itself, the audio is beautiful. They obviously got the direct feed. But I guess at some point, a bunch of people started leaving this rally, and he started to blame the microphone.
Okay.
Now,
All
ears
right.
peeled because he tends to curse a little bit lately.
Does he?
Yeah, he loves it.
Cool guy.
All right. So far, he's just hanging out. Not saying
Thank
anything.
you very much.
Okay.
And I'm glad it's such, because this is the worst microphone I think I've ever had.
The
I
worst
hope you can hear me back there. Justin, don't pay the bill for this mic.
Yeah, Justin.
I'm blowing out my voice talking to this stupid mic. This is the worst mic I've ever had. Okay, now we'll get back to the speech. I'm trying to get their attention. Turn up the mic.
Okay.
Is it okay?
Huh?
This is
and
going
then I
well.
don't pay a bill, and they say Trump doesn't pay his contractors. You know, it's unbelievable. It's a rotten, lousy mic. The state of it, but it's not my deal. It's not my deal.
No way.
I have a good mic. I always have. You don't have a good mic, it's a very difficult deal. You walk out for 2 weeks, you're talking, you're saying, what the hell happened to his voice? The state of Israel is a blessing to the world.
Just transferred right into the Israeli talk. Right
It's
from
not
the-
my deal. It's not,
It's not my mic. You know, the one thing that Trump is very, very good at, and
Tell
I
me
remember-
off the cuff because that was a little loose.
Well, here's what they tell you to do. If you're starting out in radio, or if I've had somebody tell me to do this before, like if you want to practice doing a show, just sit in the shower or you stand in the shower, I guess, or sit in the bath or do whatever, and try to start a segment like you're doing a show and just try to keep going. Try to keep the conversation flowing. Trump could have anything. You could hand him a pencil and go talk for an hour about this, and he'd be like, "Stupid pencil! It's the worst pencil." You know, to be able to go. Like,
He's great at improv.
he would just keep going, and you go. He's squeezing content out of nothing, out of a broken, crappy microphone right now. He's able to just keep talking.
The most ironic part is that he sounded perfect in that clip we just played.
Yeah, it sounded fine to me.
He needed
Maybe
a
in the
monitor.
room.
That's what it is. Get a
That
monitor.
could have been that.
Feedback.
Maybe they weren't playing it back to him. Okay, we're going to go to some more of your dispatches in a moment, but let's talk about these fishermen who are hanging out in Edinburgh, which I believe is in Scotland. Edinburgh. And they were doing a different kind of fishing. I have never seen anybody do this in real life, but I guess magnet fishing is becoming much more popular.
Oh, yeah. I follow a bunch of those accounts. It's very interesting.
They pull up they go to like ponds and lakes and stuff, right?
It's a
And-
lot of bikes, tossed guns. Then I've definitely seen some videos of very strange things that have clearly been on the bottom of that river for decades.
Now, how do they reel up a bicycle? Do they have like big giant saltwater fishing poles or something?
It's
I
rope.
guess. Oh, it's a rope?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they're doing this with a rope and they're like dragging it along the bottom.
Correct.
And they said they were fishing in this local canal, these guys, and they were going through all the things that they were pulling up. And they throw the magnet line back out there on the water. And they go, ooh, we got something. There's something happening here. And they pull it back, and it was an unexploded grenade that they pulled up.
Cool.
Throw it back.
You might follow these people. It's SW. Wait, hold on. The pair who have almost 500,000 TikTok followers. It's Magnet Fishing Edinburgh. Maybe you don't follow them. Who knows?
No idea.
They were in Union Canal in Scotland doing some magnet fishing. They pulled a grenade out of the river, and they said, we freaked out immediately. And they obviously contacted police. They got the bomb squad to come out and take care of the grenade. They said, the bad news is your magnet will be getting blown up with the grenade because they didn't want to separate the two.
Reimburse me a lot.
Oh, because the pin was stuck to the magnet.
It could have been. I mean, they just didn't want to mess with it. They said, let's keep this exactly as it is. Sorry about your magnet. We're blowing the whole damn thing up right now.
It would take every ounce of self-control not to just pull it and throw it into the river. What's the worst that could happen?
How cool would it be to actually throw a grenade?
It would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Count me
Once in a lifetime.
It's one of those things that you really can't screw up. Like, If you screw up, you're done. Like if you bring it back to throw it and you drop it, you're like, son of a bitch.
You have like one of those slow motion moments where you're like,
damn it.
Oops.
Boom. And then you blow up. But if you're able to get like a good toss out of it and you throw it and it lands in the pond or canal and then, it all blows up underwater.
What was that?
That's the bubbles from the grenade coming up to the surface. I thought it was fairly accurate myself.
I didn't realize that you served some time in the military.
I did, yeah. Front lines.
Close your eyes, and it's right there. Saving
Operation
Private Ryan.
Enduring Freedom. I was out there fighting on the front lines. You can thank me for my service
they
if
had
you want.
a lot of lakes to throw grenades into
They
in
did.
the desert.
There was many Iraqi lakes. There were so many of them, and I threw grenades in half of them
Never
out there.
liked them. Never did.
Saved so many Iraqis and murdered so many bad guys, whoever the bad guys were in that whole affair. That was one of those wars. The second war in Iraq was one of those wars where everybody's like, okay, I guess we're going to Iraq. Okay. And then about a year or two afterwards, people are like, wait, why are we in Iraq?
Who are we fighting?
Wait, what are we doing here again? And by the way, let me put this on the record. Many of you will disagree. But I argue that the second Iraq war is why George W. Bush is the greatest son that there ever was. There's never been a greater son in history. The man utilized...
Say that to Dylan's face, dude.
The man utilized the strongest army on the planet, the United States military, utilized them to go back into Iraq because his dad never got Saddam Hussein. And so what more could you do for a father but than to do something like that and start a war?
We'll get him, Daddy.
Oh, my God. Yeah, it was one of those ones where we were like, wait, hold on. What happened? Why are we here?
Now watch this drive.
That's the greatest video.
That's my favorite. That puts him just above Trump as funniest president of all time.
That's very much like the Trump one because he's like, the mic is the worst mic ever. This is the worst mic I've ever seen. Israel. Just no break. It's right to the next thing. Here's 2 cents with a dispatch.
Happy Tuesday, news junkies.
Hey.
Miss you, C-Lane. Dang, it's already been a couple days, and Sean's just throwing these podcasts up way late.
Sorry.
Sucks for us podcast listeners. Sucks that I had to become a podcast listener. But anyways, hard take on these people coming at the mom at the bar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got hot takes. You got hard takes.
Soft takes, lukewarm.
Is a hard take good or bad?
I guess
we'll
we shall hear.
All right, we're going to find out.
These guys need to up their game and get them a better vehicle. I could control my vehicle with an app. I could start it.
Oh, you're rich.
I can turn it off. I can lock the doors. I can find it at Disney World via maps.
What's it doing there?
Yeah, it's just hanging out.
You guys need to get with technology, and technology needs to catch up with these cops and leave the poor mom alone. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
Thank you, 2 cents. Appreciate that.
That was a hard take.
I will tell you, not long ago, Courtney and I went to the theme park, and when we came back, we realized we didn't do what we always do, which is she's the smart one who remembers, oh, yeah, let's look at where we're parked. And I'll send you a text message that says, we're in like
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man 383,
Sure.
or whatever. And you put it down with the text message. And so when we're coming out, we'll know where we were parked. And she goes, I think I remember where we were parked. And for like 30 minutes, I'm doing the walk around in the garage. Like trying to make the alarm go off.
Good luck.
But your phone shows where you parked your car, right?
It does usually. Like, that's the weirdest thing. Google Maps knows way more about us than most people know. And it can tell you, I think, where you parked your car.
That's fine.
But because it's in a parking garage, I don't know if that makes things more difficult. I don't honestly know. But we didn't use that. We just kept going around and finally found the car.
Where are you?
20 minutes later or something. Here is Phlebotomy is Me talking about cars.
I remember back when in the 70s and 80s when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
My parents, grandparents, they left me and my cousins and in the car for hours when they went to go do stuff, grocery shopping, whatever, doctor visits. We was just in the car playing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, granted enough, we was old enough to open the doors and stuff, if anything, but yeah, we spent a lot of time in the car when I was a kid, and it was great times.
is that a little
different
fart?
now.
It sounded like one. Just squeaked out there at the end. I agree
Same
with
here,
you.
But it's
And
a
I
different
think,
time, y'all.
well, it's also, it's based on where you are. You know, one thing that a lot of people would freak out about, I believe it's Sweden. If you ever go to Sweden and go through a neighborhood, even if it's cold outside, Swedish people, as far as I know, they take their babies and they'll put them in strollers and they'll just put them outside in the front yard. They just leave them outside
for funsies.
Just for funsies. They'll put
From
the
what I
babies.
understand, they give their babies a sun bath.
They bring their babies outside. I don't know what the exact reason is for it, but they'll roll the babies in like the car outside in the front yard. And if people aren't from there, they're very confused. Hang on, let me Google Sweden baby outside to see if I can find the reason.
God, your
It says-
targeted ads are going to get weird.
All right. It says parents in Nordic countries have their babies nap outside in sub-zero temperatures so they sleep longer and better. This is a real story. What? And it says Danish musician Amelie Brun shared on Instagram that her 4-month-old sleeps outside most of the time. In Nordic countries like Denmark, it's common to let babies nap alone outdoors, even as cold as negative 16 degrees Fahrenheit. You go to jail for that.
That
here.
doesn't sound right.
This is real.
They wouldn't recommend that for adults. You would die. I don't
They
understand.
said spotting a baby napping alone outside in frigid conditions isn't necessarily a cause for concern in Denmark, Finland, or any other Nordic country. In these places, parents commonly put their babies down for a nap outdoors because babies may get better sleep while being exposed to fresh air.
Oh,
And
it's better
so-
sleep because they're in a coma.
because they're little popsicles outside. I was unaware of that
Baby's
before.
been
and
sleeping
I
for
read it somewhere.
30 days. It's been beautiful.
Babies who nap outside may sleep longer, get higher quality sleep, and are exposed to fewer germs as compared to when they sleep indoors, says a sleep consultant. But the practice isn't without any risk. The baby could develop hypothermia while sleeping outdoors during the winter. In summer, there's a risk of getting sunburned, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, if you did that here in the United States, your ass would be going straight to jail. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200. None of that. Here is Koalak with the dispatch. It just says appreciation.
Sean, I just want to say thank you so much for finally putting out a hoodie, because I am so tired of all the hoodies that I already own, and I feel like I've been waiting a lifetime.
This is a good one.
A News Junkie hoodie. So I ordered mine.
Thank
and
you.
a shirt. Can't wait to get it, wear it every day, and I appreciate you.
Appreciate
and
you.
everybody else. And hello, Sabrina.
Hey, what
and
up?
hello, Josh.
Hello.
Thank you.
Little Papa.
There she goes. And thanks for your purchase. You too can get in on the Fickle Beast X-Ray design. Just take a moment of your day and check it out. It's available in white or black. The design is super cool. And it's the first one we've done with a smaller design on the front and a larger graphic design on the back. That's why the hoodie looks amazing. And a lot of people are getting in on that. So many people that it's not going to last very long. So snag yours by going to getskywall.com right now, or the link is right on top at thenewsjunkie.com. When we come back, jury duty, updates on big stories we've been following. And after that, I got to get to this story. It's probably the most not safe for work story we've had all year.
Yay!
I don't know if I believe this. I want to believe so bad, but I don't. You'll understand when I say this. It's coming up in just a bit. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Need to hear someone else's opinions before reconciling your own internal phobias? We got you, fam. Hey, Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
This is Super Bowl champion Alfred Williams. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
Is Caleb Williams feeling too much pressure to carry USC? The do-it-all Trojan star quarterback literally has to do it all. USC's issues aren't with Caleb. The issues are with everything around him. Under Lincoln Riley, no toughness, no culture, too prickly. They need staff changes. He won't make them. The Trojans are out of the playoff picture, and soon they won't have Caleb Williams under center anymore, saving the day. I'm Colin Cowherd.
Owning a Mercedes-Benz EV isn't just extraordinary, it's extra easy. With full remote access to your vehicle from your phone via the Mercedes Me Connect app, the vehicles are all electric. The feeling is all Mercedes. The choice is all yours. Learn more. MDUSA.com/EQ.
Don't miss the boat, my friends. Compare your quote today with That Mortgage Guy Don. That Mortgage Guy Don, president of Happy Home Mortgage Brokerage and host of the Home Loans Radio Show. He is here for you and has been there for many a people. Over 250 five-star Google reviews and 1,100 reviews at experience.com. very safe to say that Don knows what he's doing. And I can say with full confidence that he's looking out for you. Now, chances are very high that you're leaving money on the table. So get a free fast quote review at thatmortgageguyDon.com. Hit the compare button, and Don will review your quote today. He's going to let you know if you can get a better deal. He's going to get the money off the table and back in your hands where it belongs. That mortgage guy, Don, is a mortgage broker, not a corner bank or a retail lender, and that means he has direct access to wholesale lenders that consumers do not. You want to see a difference? Go to the website right now, apply now and get a quote, or get a free analysis of your existing quote. Plain and simple, no spam, no hassle, just peace of mind.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with that mortgage guy, Don.com.
13 Days of Halloween Penance, Season 4 of the award-winning horror fiction podcast presented in immersive 3D audio.
If I am under arrest, you have to tell me what I'm charged with.
Starring Natalie Morales of Parks and Recreation and Dead to Me.
Please, there's been some kind of mistake. I'm not supposed to be here.
How do you know?
I'm innocent.
Are any of us truly innocent?
Premiering October 19th, ending Halloween. Listen to 13 Days of Halloween on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
At SimpliSafe, our award-winning home security has advanced sensors, HD cameras, and now this 24/7 LiveGuard protection, only from SimpliSafe. Monitoring agents can see and speak to intruders through our indoor camera to help stop crime in real time and for fast police response. Now get 45% off any new system with Fast Protect monitoring at simplysafe.com/radio. Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
This is Scott Trout of Cordell & Cordell. If you're a dad who is facing divorce, there are extra layers of stress that may include stereotypes and assumptions. No two situations are the same. Our legal experience and dedication prepare us for whatever legal challenges we face together. For more than 30 years, Cordell & Cordell has represented men in divorce.
Office in Orlando. Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's attorneys. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Scott Trout, licensed in Missouri, Illinois, and Georgia only. Online at CordellCordell.com.
We're all looking for the recipe for success. A better career, bigger house, faster car. But have you thought maybe you're just hungry? Maybe what you really need is the recipe for fresh. Luckily, that's easy to get and just as easy to cook up. Just go to freshfromflorida.com. There you'll find all kinds of recipes that use in-season and locally grown Florida produce. Sure, they're not the keys to a new sports car, but Fresh from Florida recipes are a satisfying, tastier kind of success. Visit freshfromflorida.com to learn more.
A Fifth Third Better means we put in 166.7%.
What does that mean?
Well, at Fifth Third Bank, our name equals 166.7%. So that's how hard we work. That means free checking, no hidden fees, and helping to protect your identity.
Explain it in baseball terms?
It's a home run.
Basketball terms?
It's a slam dunk.
Football.
Touchdown.
Highlight?
Buzzball.
Cricket.
Golden duck.
Wow. Guess that really is a Fifth Third Better.
That's what a Fifth Third Better means. This is banking a Fifth Third Better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association member FDIC.
Orlando's newest entertainment destination is now open. Primrose Lanes welcomes you to our restaurant and bowling club. Visit primroselanes.com to reserve your lane and join us for happy hour every weekday at 4 p.m. for half-off cocktails.
The annoying runny nose, the constant sneezing, the itchiness, and battle just to catch your breath. If you suffer from seasonal allergies, sinusitis, or nagging sinus congestion, there's a natural, easy-to-use solution that can help provide fast, drug-free relief. It's called Navage, and it uses powered suction to rinse your nasal passages in seconds. Millions of people use Navage daily to help provide relief from seasonal allergies and sinus congestion. Medications treat the symptoms, but Navage treats the problem at the source, flushing out the allergens and pollen trapped in your nose. Navage also helps wash out airborne bacteria, dust, dirt, and viruses quickly and painlessly so you can get back to breathing clearly again. Say goodbye to sinus suffering and hello to better breathing with Navage. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, Target, CVS, Rite Aid, and online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
The iHeartRadio app and the NFL right in your pocket. The home of the NFL Podcast Network, covering all 32 NFL teams, plus all the expert advice to win your fantasy league. And, of course, live NFL games. Touchdown! Download the free iHeartRadio app today. Free never sounded so good.
Jesse Kelly here. Do you feel protected? My personal protection plan is Owning Gold.
The Oxford Gold Group helps you buy gold to have on hand or convert it into your 401k. If things get weird, I have gold on hand. I like that. You can buy coins or convert part of your 401k with the Oxford Gold Group. It's easy and safe. 833-995-GOLD. That's 833-995-GOLD. 833-995-GOLD.
Hey, if you're thinking of getting the latest iPhone, you need to stop and check out the wireless offer from Boost Infinite. For more, just pick up your phone and dial pound 250 and say Boost Infinite. That's pound 250 and Boost Infinite. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dialed text message from this station's network.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Enjoy the Twitter experience without the musk. At Real Radio 1041 on Threads. Powered by Anajar Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Jury duty in just a moment. And I'm also going to put the new shirt, Fickle Beast X-Ray, up on See It Now. I'll do that after this segment because I've got to add up something that's a little visual, but is still enjoyable for everybody, I think. I don't know if you've seen this story about this woman who stole an Amazon van. Have you seen this at all?
Oh, no. Tell me more, though.
Okay. This woman is 24 years old, and she sees an Amazon van just kind of sitting there idling in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Hello there.
I guess the Amazon delivery driver may have been like rushing something up to a house or whatever.
He went into a bar to get chicken wings.
He could have, but the van was sitting there regardless, and she jumps up. It's a woman in like wearing like a bow tie outfit, like a little fancy outfit.
Is it Jigsaw from Saw?
Oh, you'll see the person in just a second here. Everybody can watch on YouTube or twitch.tv/The News Junkie, but I'll describe it. They said this woman has been charged because she stole an Amazon van and went for a joyride. And boy, did she go for a joyride. Here she is getting into the Amazon van. And you see like a little butler kind of outfit, a little bow tie
like
going
she's
on.
catering.
And she's trying to get the Amazon van started and going, which took a little bit. All right, now we're cruising. We're cruising away from the site of the stolen van. Everything's going all right so far. And then turning a corner. Things are getting a little squirrely.
Oh, she fell out the door.
Oh, my God.
Did you see her tumble?
Oh, my God. Jesus.
My favorite part is
Your seatbelt on.
This is going on. See it now. You see her tumbling along the side of the vehicle.
God.
It's like whoop whoop, back and forth, and then rolling around the ground right outside of the vehicle before the Amazon truck finally comes to a stop. And obviously, you're not allowed to do that.
No, and they have trackers. You can literally follow the truck as it's delivering your package.
And the reason we can see this is because there's cameras in all of these vehicles. They monitor this. It's just
It's such a comical way to act.
the slow roll. It was just like such a quick affair from stealing the car to getting out of the car and rolling around. All right, that'll be up on See It Now for everybody since it's a visual over at thenewsjunkie.com. So there she is. She survived. She made it out alive. But
Good, now I don't feel bad for laughing.
Yeah, not a great move. For anybody, don't do that, okay? Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention. Before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass, you're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. Lots of attorneys out there. Let's be real about this. You need to be smart when choosing yours. Choose somebody who's going to be a person that you can sit there and actually talk to. Explain your case to them and then have them fight for you. Not just another number, not somebody who they're just going to try to settle your case as fast as they can because they work on volume. You want the personal touch. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. There is a man who is in some trouble. This man is from the Palm Coast area. He was taken to jail for reportedly exposing himself to deputies, which you don't do.
Bad idea.
Very, very bad idea. 40-year-old Sean Madden should have known better, but has been arrested on charges of exposure of sexual organs, assault on a police officer, disorderly intoxication for alcohol, resisting an officer without violence.
They were mad about seeing his peen.
And other charges. This guy put it out there. They said they found a shirtless man on the scene when the police arrived, and he was acting in an aggressive manner, screaming and threatening to fight deputies. A deputy could be heard asking him, how much have you had to drink on body cam video? And he said, let's go, I'm swinging on everybody. He shouted that out to the police.
Not a lot
Whipped
to
out
drink.
his junk.
Well, then he continued. He said, what's going on, bud? Can we talk about it? That's a cop talking to him. And he said, talk about what? What did I effing do? He said, I ain't brandishing S. And then he dropped down his pants and he said, where's my weapon? With his genitals exposed. And then he got on the ground and surrendered. $2,000 bond puts him back out on the streets with you. Not a good
With
drinker.
pants on, I hope.
He now has pants on, one would think, though we can't be completely sure. We have to assume that he's got pants on.
Hopefully.
Maybe.
Would think. One more drinking story to wrap up jury duty today. A Brevard County woman faces DUI charges after deputies say she ran over and killed her husband with their vehicle while the two were looking for their lost dog in a neighborhood. There was a 911 call saying there's a guy on the road who's bleeding from his head right now. And there was a Honda Ridgeline SUV that was stopped in the road. She smelled like alcohol, which is surprising to precisely nobody. But they were going around the neighborhood trying to find their lost dog. And as the husband gets out of the vehicle, he says he's going to look on foot for the dog. And she was just so drunk, she plowed over the guy and ended up killing him. And obviously she's facing some serious charges, DUI charges amongst them, and hit and run, and maybe even potentially something related to the death of this gentleman. Let's go to you. Let's see what you got going on and play your dispatches. Oh, I did want to hear something. I don't know if she's speaking in English. We'll find out in a second. One of the people who was released by Hamas, one of the hostages, did an interview and was talking about what it's been like to be in custody, and I thought that'd be interesting to hear that. First, let's see if it's English. Nope.
That's a no, yeah.
There was somebody with us who was injured.
We have a translator.
And there was a paramedic with him. They brought him in a better condition.
Man, if Trump had this mic, Trump would be railing against this microphone. He
Big
would,
mad.
This is not good. Waiting for translation.
But after 4 or 5 days, there was no improvement.
Oh, they're giving her a water.
Thank you.
That was strange. The guy just fed her like a hamster.
She's thirsty, dude.
I imagine she's been
I have someone here in the studio who does the same thing for me. You just never catch it on camera.
Right out of frame? They just dunk a little water in your mouth? All right, it's hard to hear, but...
God, can you imagine being this...
I know. There's cameras everywhere around her.
The person had a guard watching him or her. They took care of all the needs. And if there are women here who know what...
She said they took care of all their needs. So she said they talked about all kinds of things. Each person had a guard watching him or her. They took care of all the needs. They talked about all kinds of things. They were very friendly, she says, of the Hamas folks who have these kidnappers. Over 200. I've seen lots of different numbers. Only 2 of them were released yesterday. And who knows how many more we're going to see here. Because you've got Israel just leveling Gaza, and there was a huge rocket attack from Hamas today. I think there was like 50 or more rockets all at the same time that were launched just randomly at civilian targets in Israel. And that's, the back and forth that is going to continue going on. until they figure this thing out. And they haven't figured it out for 75 years, so they're probably not going to figure it out this week. That's just my guess on that. Unfortunately, you got people, citizens, civilians who are in the middle of all of it, and that's what sucks. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I will get to these dispatches because there's some good ones here in front of me. And we're also going to get to this story. I told you, it's the most not safe for work story that we've had on this show all year. I want to believe, but it's so far out there. And one of the things is I've never done the thing that's in the story. So we'll have to learn some things together. We'll do that when we come back.
I have a lot of inappropriate things that just followed that statement.
You're going to have so many more when you hear this story. Is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 and a little
Holiday magic.
is just minutes away. And brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Authorities are clearing up an accident causing heavy delays on Florida's Turnpike northbound at exit 244, US 192. Traffic is backed up to Kissimmee Park Road. There's slowdowns due to an accident on I-4 westbound between Saxon Boulevard and Dirksen Drive. And the left turn lane is blocked on Lake Mary Boulevard eastbound at Country Club Road. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center in James, Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com, and I sell custom blinds designed for do-it-yourselfers. Unlike stock blinds offered at big box retailers, Blindster blinds are custom made for your windows and shipping is free. Don't hire an expensive pro. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
This earful of Rail Radio is sponsored by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
This is Scott Trout at Cordell & Cordell. If you're a dad who is facing divorce, there are extra layers of stress that may include stereotypes and assumptions. No two situations are the same. Our legal experience and dedication prepare us for whatever legal challenges we face together. For more than 30 years, Cordell & Cordell has represented men in divorce.
Office in Orlando. Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's attorneys. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Scott Trout, licensed in Missouri, Illinois, and Georgia only. Online at CordellCordell.com.
At Simply Safe, our award-winning home security has advanced sensors, HD cameras, and now this 24/7 LiveGuard protection. Only from Simply Safe. Monitoring agents can see and speak to intruders through our indoor camera to help stop crime in real time and for fast police response. Now get 45% off any new system with Fast Protect monitoring at simplysafe.com/radio. Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Do you have information about a violent crime? Help solve crimes with your anonymous tips at crimeline.org. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your tips make a difference. Say it here. It's anonymous at crimeline.org. Paid by CSTF.
Check the mail for Valpak and you could be an instant winner. That's right, tucked in with those coupons is your chance to win big. From cash and gift cards to attraction and concert tickets. Every month it's something new with prizes for the whole family. Go ahead, open that blue envelope of savings to see if you won. Because with Valpak Instant Win, there's nothing to buy or do to cash in. Just thousands of real winners winning real prizes, no strings attached. No purchase necessary, void or prohibited. Prizes are randomly inserted. See specially marked Valpak envelopes for details.
Well, I'm selling my car, and I went to a place claiming they were auto buy. But thanks to the Terminator and auto buy, I received the max.
Visit WePayTheMax.com and schedule your appointment today. You'll be back.
Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeartMedia can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else. And we can give you access to those potential customers more cost-effectively across radio, digital, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeartMedia can work for you. From your cell, dial pound 250 and say keyword great results. That's pound 250 and say great results.
In this week's Marketers Report, we hear about the importance of local radio from Allison Griffin, head of marketing at State Farm.
iHeart has such a broad broadcast reach that is local, and for us to be able to touch customers with a local feel but at a national scale is so efficient and important for us.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, trusted influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando. Help keep our communities safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, October 28th. Find a collection site near you at deatakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
West 2 News, now here for you at 7 p.m. Because breaking news doesn't wait for the right time.
News never stops.
And that's why our team keeps going. We're adding more coverage of what matters most to Central Florida. The big stories that will have you talking. An accurate forecast you can depend on. Stuart Moore, Michelle Imperato, Tony Manalfi. West 2 News at 7 p.m. Local, live, late breaking.
We're bringing you access like nobody else.
Hey everyone, welcome to Access Hollywood. I am Mario Lopez.
Access to A-list interviews.
The Justin Timberlake exclusive.
Royal family rumors.
Trending Twitter feuds.
Blockbuster behind the scenes.
Can't miss viral moments.
Jen Aniston joined Instagram yesterday, and then she decided to break it.
And killing it on the red carpet. Look at Jason Momoa back here with the all-new Access Hollywood.
Tonight at 7:30 on West 2.
Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now I'm hitting the road with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
O'Reilly! It's Superstart Battery Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Get up to a $25 gift card after rebate with the purchase of select Superstart batteries. Our professional parts people will test your old battery for free and recommend the right battery for your vehicle. For power, performance, and reliability, choose Superstart batteries only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
We are professional grade at Orange Buick GMC. Online at orangebuickgmc.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Holiday Magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BILLS. BILLS. That's BILLS. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Not safe for work story we've had in quite some time. I don't know about this one. I don't know if I'm a believer. We'll see momentarily. We were talking about Nextdoor because I love Nextdoor. And I saw a couple of posts yesterday, and one of them was so sad to me. I swear to God, I almost wanted to say, leave a comment and be like, hey, hope you're feeling better, bro. There was some guy who was like, I live alone and I don't really have any friends or I don't talk to many people. And this guy is writing on there. He goes, and I've been really, really sad. And he said, but I just got a puppy and things have been going better. And I was like, first of all, it's strange to share that. But glad you're feeling better. You know,
kind of heartwarming.
Yeah, like I guess this is a positive development in your life, and that followed the one which I am not making these up. I kid you not. There was a guy who said, "I got a question for everybody." He said, "My wife fled the country this week, and she is now living in South America. She's abandoned my 3 kids, and now I have to take care of them, and she's never going to come back." And he said, "Can anybody point me to an attorney that'll help me with, X, Y, or Z?" And I go, "Oh my God.
That's rough, bro."
Yeah, my problems are so small compared to the problems that some of these people are going through.
Mind you, he's typing this out, and he's like, "Shut up, you guys. You're not getting dinner."
Oh, that's so frustrating. And you see this way too often, unfortunately. The other thing that's frustrating, I don't know if there's any laws that you're breaking when this happens, but we've come close to this occurring before. I don't know if I could play the audio on this. I'll give it a try, I guess.
Okay.
But there's a video that has been making the rounds. I'll also put this on See It Now. I've got a lot of stuff to put on See It Now, but I promise I'll get it all up there. And I said, this just makes my blood boil. There's a guy and his girlfriend who are walking their dog down the sidewalk. Either of the 3 of us could be in this position. And they're just taking their dog for a little walk. And another woman who is out walking her dog, the dog is mega aggressive and overpowers her. And it runs away from this woman and goes to attack the couple's dog. Now, the guy and the woman don't seem to know what to do, so they hold the dog straight up in the air over their head as high as they can. And the other dog is jumping up trying to bite them. And I see this stuff happen so often. I don't know if you guys have ever encountered this, where somebody has a dog that they can't control it. Like it's too big for them a lot of times. Like a little old lady.
Josh's dog.
His dog is not too big to control.
Is so aggressive.
Here, I'll show you what's going on here. Hang on. All right. The big dog goes after the couple with the small dog, and he's trying to bite that dog.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
I want you to, and I want to know from listeners, what are we to do in this circumstance? If somebody, their dog gets away from them, overpowers them, and I grab a lady, and what do I do? I just pick her up in the air and try to keep her away? I was thinking, I'm sorry for saying this. I'm just going to be real with you.
I'm going to kick the dog.
I would be kicking that dog so hard.
I've done it before.
Have you really?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to help or hurt, but I would be so only worried about my dog. I'm sorry, not worried about the other dog that's just doing this and attacking my dog.
If the dog even is able to get a hold of one of your limbs, you're screwed.
Right.
So you got to get away from it.
And this animal is totally out of control. Now, I want you guys to keep an eye on the woman. She's now on the ground, right? Okay? She's on the ground and she has no control over her dog. Watch how many times this woman falls trying to get this dog. She had no business having this animal. Here she goes. She's on the ground.
Oh, wow. Look at them swinging around like a lasso.
That little dog is flying.
Now she goes to get the dog again. Here goes this woman. Ready? Up, back down to the ground.
Jesus,
Gets up.
man.
All right, ready? Back down to the ground.
Okay, sir. Walk away.
So they didn't really know what to do. Again, I'll put this up on See It Now, and it just is infuriating.
He got it at the end.
What are you supposed to do? Am I wrong to say, like, just start kicking the hell out of this dog that's trying to bite mine? Or is there a better maneuver? One thing that they could have done, and this is what I would have done were I to be in the situation probably, they could have grabbed the leash of this second dog and pulled the dog away via the leash.
No, he just kept twirling around.
Yeah, he just kept spinning in circles with the dog over his head.
The girlfriend, especially with the small dog, was panicking a little bit because she was, I think, if that dog was on its hind legs, taller than that girl.
Yeah.
But towards the end, if you look, the guy ends up grabbing the leash of the bigger dog, and he's just like forcing it down on his side.
Yeah, and I think that's maybe the smartest move. I would really be so prone to just kicking the hell out of the dog, thinking maybe that will make it yelp and go away. And people you don't need to have a dog that you can't control. If you have an animal,
or you learn how to control it. I mean,
or get it training. If you get an animal training like this, it would make it a lot better.
Hold that leash a lot better. I mean, there are so many missteps here. I will not be surprised if I see this video a whole bunch more from dog trainers to explain how to go about it. But like the fact that the dog was able to take off and the leash becomes loose is already a wrong move. Like she should have had it wrapped a certain way. There's a certain way of holding the dog, especially the new puppy where it's like two hands. Being aware that your dog might take off. So when you see a small dog ahead of you, you don't just keep walking.
Yeah, because most people, I think, do a good job at this, but there are people who don't have control over their animals. And imagine like little Carl is out there. He's tiny. A bigger dog who could go after Carl or any of our dogs for that matter and do a real...
It happened to me before. Now, it wasn't as aggressive as that dog we just saw, but...
Did it get that close to you?
I swung Carl around like a damn lasso.
Oh, it actually, the dog came up to you then?
Yeah, the dog got loose from its leash and then darted at Carl, but I immediately like lifted him up and I just swung him around until the owner could get his dog back.
My God, yeah. All right, well, that is up on See It Now.
And I said, "You're
right
dead.
Now.
You're dead."
It makes me so mad. Like, it really legitimately makes my blood boil. I'm going to get the Amazon van stealing video and the Fickle Beast thing up. I'll do that during this
About
break.
Wheel of Fortune. Did you get the Wheel of Fortune thing up?
I know I did. What are you doing to me? I can't put all these things. All right, I'll put that up too. It's on your Instagram, right?
Yes.
Instagram.com/ is it Sabrina Ambra, all one word?
Bet your ass.
Okay, I didn't know if it was S. Ambra or Sabrina Ambra. I knew it was one of the two of those, but okay, I'll get that up there as well. Now let's talk about
the
this
podcast. Remember that too, right?
No, that's after the show. Let's talk about this not safe for work story because we have some things to go over here, and I'm questioning this. It's from a media outlet called the Daily Star, which is a news outlet. Not always the most reliable.
Sounds real.
It is real. It's dailystar.co.uk. It's a newspaper in the UK. And they said this happened during a joint stag and hen do. Do you guys know what that is? Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a hen do is a bachelorette's party, and a stag do or stag is a stag night. I think it's called a stag night. Is a bachelor party. Suge night, unrelated to any of these things.
Hindu, also unrelated.
They're partying and they're doing their thing, and they said, according to some recordings, the anonymous pals reportedly headed to a popular party city called Amsterdam, which you may have heard of.
Familiar.
They're in Amsterdam, and as you know, Amsterdam has some more adult things that you could do. So they said one of the girls was super drunk, and she went into one of the booths with a glory hole. All right. So she says, as she's in there, she sees the glory hole. She goes into this room.
Hey, Brett,
and
check
somebody
this out.
On the other side, I'll just say, utilizes the glory hole, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then somebody puts something through, and then she
was on the worker side of it?
She was on the worker side of it. Like, you could go in there with strangers. There's a thing at some of these things where you could go in and a stranger could be on the other side.
That's something.
You get a free sandwich.
All right, so she's at the hole, and somebody goes through, and they say,
the glory has entered.
Yeah, the glory is happening. So she's actually doing it. The glory is happening. And they said that there is a button on either side of this glory hole with like a window. And if you both press the button down, the window in front of it goes translucent, and you can see the person that you just did that thing with. You follow what I'm saying?
Okay.
If one of you presses the button and the other one doesn't, or neither of you press the button, you can't see anything. But if both of you, after doing that deed, press the button, the glass opens up and becomes translucent, and you see who is on the other side. And
it's like
they
Love
said,
is Blind, but with more mop.
It kind of is, yeah. They said she ended up hitting the button, and on the other side was her father,
I didn't mean it to press that at all. I'm so sorry.
Surfing USA. I was trying to connect the dots on that.
No, that was for me.
And then the father started playing a Beach Boys song and hauled out. He was right out of there.
Oh, yeah,
weird.
Right. That's
I don't
fake.
know. I don't know if I believe this.
Oh,
They said I expected the worst, but this was far worse. Nothing could have prepared me for this. They said it was very, very traumatic.
Where's Mom?
had a falling out with all of her family. The mums obviously found out it is not speaking to the father, so this put the whole family in disarray.
So are they like Eskimo sisters and mother-in-law?
Oh, man, they are. That is uncomfortable. And
Appalachian nightmare.
Weird. Just a typical surfing safari, as they call it in Amsterdam. All right, let's work in a couple of dispatches real quick.
I swear,
Brian Wilson wanted.
100% an accident.
That's what the song's about, actually.
Yeah,
the lyrics.
Sure. Fun till your glory hole reveals your daughter's on the other side.
That didn't fit too well. So,
No, the producers nixed it.
Here's Dan the plumber talking about what to do with the dog situation.
Well, we all know what your dog defense is, Sean. Stop lying about kicking it. You know you would just look at the owner and yell something like, 3 times.
Yeah, that guy's still around, but his dog's trained now. So the dog's been good. Hasn't been running over and messing with lady or anything.
Won't be a fourth time.
Yeah, there won't be a fourth time. He's learned his lesson, hopefully. Or the dog learns his lesson, more importantly. Here's Big Al.
Big Al again. By the way, my dog was okay.
Oh.
Wiggle, wiggle, pop.
Oh, I should have played the first one. I didn't play the first part.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, we got a spoiler, though. We know that the dog's okay.
Hey, guys, this story about the dog rings home with me. I was at the Baldwin Park Dog Park. And my dog's sweet chow mix, chow lab. And we always take her there. We're having fun. And all of a sudden, this pit bull comes up and grabs her by the throat.
Oh, my God.
I'm screaming at the girl owner. She's not knowing what the hell to do. I don't know where I got the strength from, but I got on my knees and I pried that pit bull's mouth open to get off my dog.
Damn.
And the son lifted the dog up. The pit bull was still trying to go for her neck. Finally, this woman screaming at her, "Get your effing dog!" And nobody in the park was helping. It freaked me out. But yeah, aggressive dogs, I have a big issue with them.
Yeah,
wiggle, pop, pop.
It's more about the person who's handling the dog. Because
Dog died, huh?
The dog
We don't know the resolution.
we have the update. He was okay. It's just
Big Al again. By the way, my dog was okay.
Oh, thank God.
Is it still alive? Surfing safari. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll regroup here. And when we come back, we'll talk about something that happened with the Michigan State football team. You know, they put Hitler on the Jumbotron.
Whoopsie.
And got some heat for that. There's an update to this story. What is happening? Wait for the details. Those are coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio on X. Wait, is that right? Doesn't sound right. Whatever. Find us at Real Radio on X or, real Twitter. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Watch out for slowdowns due to an accident on Fairbanks Avenue westbound before I-4. The right lane is blocked. The left turn lane is blocked on Lake Mary Boulevard eastbound at Country Club Road. And authorities are clearing up an accident causing heavy delays northbound on Florida's Turnpike at exit 244. Traffic is backed up to exit 240. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Want to save big on custom faux wood blinds, shutters, cellular shades, and more? Shop Blindster today and save up to 50% over comparable blinds from brick and mortar stores. Get custom blinds at low prices and free shipping at Blindster.com.
Call today, cool today. Visit cooltoday.com.
Now you can relive the greatest moments from our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Streaming only on Hulu.
Lenny Kravitz kicks things off with his biggest hits.
Foo Fighters get the whole crowd singing along.
Tim McGraw debuts his new song live.
Public Enemy brings the 90s hip-hop energy.
Fall Out Boy covers a classic while literally on fire. And so much more.
Relive the greatest moments from our iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Streaming now only on Hulu for a limited time.
A fifth third better means we put in 166.7%.
What does that mean?
Well, at Fifth Third Bank, our name equals 166.7%. So that's how hard we work. That means free checking, no hidden fees, and helping to protect your identity.
Explain it in baseball terms?
It's a home run.
Basketball terms?
It's a slam dunk.
Football.
Touchdown.
Highlight.
Buzzball.
Cricket.
Golden duck.
Wow. Guess that really is a fifth third better.
That's what a fifth third better means. This is banking a fifth third better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association member FDIC.
Help keep our communities safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, October 28th. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
Orlando's newest entertainment destination is now open. Primrose Lanes welcomes you to our restaurant and bowling club. Visit primroselanes.com to reserve your lane and join us for happy hour every weekday at 4 p.m. for half-off cocktails.
West 2 News, now here for you at 7 p.m. Because breaking news doesn't wait for the right time.
News never stops.
And that's why our team keeps going.
We're adding more coverage of what matters most to Central Florida. The big stories that will have you talking. An accurate forecast you can depend on. Stuart Moore, Michelle Imperato, Tony Manalfi. West 2 News at 7 p.m. Local, live, late breaking.
We're bringing you access like nobody else.
Hey everyone, welcome to Access Hollywood. I'm Mario Lopez.
Access to A-list interviews. The Justin Timberlake exclusive. Royal family rumors.
Trending Twitter feuds.
Blockbuster behind the scenes.
Can't miss viral moments. Jen Aniston joined Instagram yesterday and then she decided to break it. And killing it on the red carpet. Look at Jason Momoa back here with the all-new Access Hollywood.
Tonight at 7:30 on West 2.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
This is Scott Trout of Cordell & Cordell. If you're a dad who is facing divorce, there are extra layers of stress that may include stereotypes and assumptions. No 2 situations are the same. Our legal experience and dedication prepare us for whatever legal challenges we face together. For more than 30 years, Cordell & Cordell has represented men in divorce.
Office in Orlando. Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's attorneys. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Scott Trout, licensed in Missouri, Illinois, and Georgia only. Online at CordellCordell.com.
Looking to take your next event to the next level? Party Time Rentals in Apopka serves all Central Florida.
From birthdays to weddings, corporate events to family reunions, Party Time Rentals in Apopka has everything you need to make your event unforgettable.
Our wide selection will make your party planning a breeze.
Our friendly staff is ready to help, ensuring your event goes off without a hitch.
Party Time Rentals in Apopka. Visit us today in Apopka or online at partytimeapopka.com.
What's more fun than a ship full of monkeys?
A boatload of comedians.
Set sail with Victory Casino Cruises and the Real Radio Halloween Comedy Gambling Cruise. Saturday, October 28th.
Enjoy live comedy from Real Radio's Ross, Sabrina, and Ryan. Plus music from DJ Angel.
Just $25 gets you boarding, a meal, a live comedy show, and $20 in qualified slot play.
Plus come dressed in your best costume for a shot at cash and prizes.
Book your spot on the Real Radio Halloween Comedy Cruise at realradio.fm/victory.
Boarding starts at 5:30 p.m. and the ship sets sail at 7 p.m. sharp.
Must be 18 to sail and 21 to consume alcohol.
Book now, realradio.fm/victory.
Why is iHeartRadio the #1 streaming radio app? Free music.
Free live radio stations from all over the country.
Free podcasts.
Free playlists.
Free contests. Free artist radio stations.
Commercial-free stations. It's free. I love iHeartRadio. Join the millions of music, radio, and podcast fans on the #1 streaming radio app now.
iHeartRadio.
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 Free never sounded so good.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Holiday magic. Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, Bills. BILLS. That's Bills. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
This is going to play out, but it'll be interesting nonetheless. They said scientists have created a device that will allow you to play back your dreams, and that
baloney.
It's the real thing. It's actual thing that they've made. It's a team of scientists from a place that we all know very well. It's the ATR Computational Neuroscience Laboratory in Kyoto, Japan.
God, I haven't heard that name in years.
Yeah, I summered there in college.
Yep, we did a live show there one time. It was really, really enjoyable.
All right, now they're not going to believe us. We're all making up stuff.
A lot of big brains out there, a lot of big, big brains. And they're working on this machine that uses stuff like MRIs and EEGs, and it puts things together where after your dream, they could show you a video. You could play back the dreams that you just had. And immediately I thought, oh, that might be interesting. Then I thought, how many relationships are going to get screwed up over this? Somebody's like, you were dreaming of, like, you're dreaming about somebody that you both know or something.
Does that make dream cheating real cheating at that
Dream
point?
cheating would be an issue. There's no way it wouldn't be. It'd be like, hang on, the last 3 nights in a row you've slept with this person that we both know? It's like,
I'm encrypting my dream videos.
I can see this being a problem, really.
I had a nightmare with you as the subject, Sean, the other day.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
What did I do?
You were being, I forget what it was dancing around. We were in some sort of studio, but it was like an apartment, and you were being such a douchebag. It was like, no matter what I did, you're like, nope, can't do it. No way. Look at all this money I'm making. You can't have a cent of it.
What?
I woke up in a full sweat. Full sweat. It took me quite some time to realize, like, that didn't make sense. We don't do the show from an apartment on the ocean.
Aside from me reading into that dream a little bit, when I think about these dreams, I always think, isn't it weird that you don't dream of you being in that studio? No. Like in a dream, you're always like in some weird place. Why wouldn't it be the place that you're so used to?
I have, in this one, it was a long time ago, but it was reoccurring for a little bit there. I was in the control room, and you guys were like cursing up a storm, and Jack ran and he's like, why didn't you dump it? And I couldn't find the dump button, but you guys kept cursing.
I've had one of those before. That's awful.
It's scary. It's because we do the FCC test every year.
You know, and probably that's a common like radio industry. People who have the particular jobs like we have thing, and nobody else, like a regular person would never have that dream. It just wouldn't come up.
Losers.
And I don't know that I want to see some of these dreams afterwards. My dreams mostly just make no sense. They're weird. They don't make any sense at all. And the only one that's recurring that I hate is the one that so many people have, where you are trying to fight somebody, but your punches go ultra slow.
Yeah.
Your hands like can't get to the...
I've never once legitimately punched someone in a dream.
No, I can't make contact. I don't know what's happening to me. But I don't know. I think maybe I would do it for a week or so and just kind of see what was going on. Because for me, and I think for a lot of other people, if you don't immediately either tell somebody or write down your dreams, it just gets flushed out somehow.
Oh, yeah.
And then you don't remember it anymore. So you'll be able to watch this back and like TiVo your dreams, essentially. This is Dream TiVo. And they did this with 3 participants and monitored their brain activity.
But what, do we have any examples of the recreations?
No, they don't show them in this story that I'm looking at.
Convenient.
But they said they put all of these different things on people. And they've used this technology before. Remember when we did the story where they said, essentially, they imagine it's Josh. They hook Josh up to all this equipment.
I'm in.
And then they're scanning your brain. And they say, Josh, think of something and think about it very hard. And you think about like a birthday cake. And they can use all the signals that they're getting. And he was really
Those
trying
are
to
my
think.
thinking noises. Brain blast.
And they could piece together on another monitor the thing that Josh was thinking about in his head. Essentially, mind reading is where we're at there. And this would be utilizing that same type of technology to visualize what the person had in their head. And then you could see your dreams back. And it's going to be a weird future, folks.
Sure is.
There's a lot of weird stuff that you're going to see happen during your time, as long as you're not dying in the next week or so. Arya Shadowblade on Twitch.
Little cherry on top of the segue. Unless you die a horrible death.
It's fine.
Another fun fact, every face you see in your dreams, you've seen in real life, even if you don't recognize them.
That is true.
So you're not able to, in your dreams, make up a new face, is what that
Your
suggests.
brain only knows what it's seen.
Yeah. So even if you see somebody and you're like, who the hell is this? It's somebody you packed away somewhere, and you know them, you've met them, you just don't recall. That's pretty weird, man.
Well, there's some people I haven't met, but they've been in my dreams. I dreamt of those are two like really big RuPaul Drag Race queens that they have a podcast now.
I don't know. Trixie is one of them.
Trixie and
Mattel.
Kaya or Kaya. But they're very funny, and we had a great time together in my dream.
Oh,
Nice.
you were hanging out with them?
Yeah, we had a full-blown day of fun, and they were in drag.
Well, one of the things that might be a nightmare for people in the broadcast world would be if you brought up Hitler on accident or posted it on the stadium video board. Not a good idea. And now the axe has fallen. They said they've suspended an employee involved in showing Adolf Hitler's image to be shown on video boards, and is not named. This person will be paid pending an investigation that will help to determine potential action in the future. They're not naming this person.
His name is Hans Smith.
That's going to look real bad. They said anti-Semitism must be denounced. The image displayed prior to Saturday night's game is not representative of who we were or who we are and the culture we embody. It was a quiz thing that they had put up on the screen, but it's all about timing. I mean, I guess probably you could put Hitler in the do not put on the screen ever list,
right?
And that would be fine with everybody.
That would probably be the good move.
But I don't know that it doesn't mean that somebody necessarily did anything wrong if they just had a quiz thing pop up, unless they
maybe come up with some other questions that don't involve Hitler. Crazy idea.
Who was Germany's most eligible bachelor in 1939?
It is a football game. How about you put some sports trivia up there? Maybe that will be better for everybody. Before we get to you and your dispatches, it was big for a while, but now it is dead. The death of Be Real, which Sabrina was using for a little while.
Forgot about that.
Became big in 2020, and it was up to 53 million people using it at one point in time.
Yeah, that really died off.
Yeah, now it's completely died off, and it's lost over 80% of its audience.
Even the other popular social media apps like TikTok and Instagram both tried it.
Yeah.
And they even rolled out their new feature that they stole from Be Real.
I think it had potential because it was kind of interesting and different.
For all of 2 weeks for me.
Yeah, it just people got tired of it. They didn't. It wasn't enough for them to stick around.
I mean, after 6 pictures of me on the couch in a row, I'm like, I do not have an interesting life.
It's a bad reflection.
But in a way, it kind of pushes you to do something because you're when the Be Real comes up.
To go outside for 2 seconds and then right back to the couch when I take the Be Real.
I want to get a different photo today. So people stop doing that, and the site is just or the app is withering away now. Let's see what you got going on with some of these dispatches here. By the way, you can get the latest design drop. It's up at getskywall.com. You'll see it available in white and black, and there's a hoodie version, and the hoodie version is amazing. I think you're going to love this. They're all on Next Level shirts except for the hoodie, which is a lightweight hoodie with pockets, and it's a Bella canvas hoodie. Very, very nice, high-quality stuff. Check it out. Support the show. You get a magnet and sticker with it so you can play a game of magnets at getskywall.com. All right, over to those dispatches. Here goes nothing. We are going to hear from Jeffrey, who's talking about dreams. Get some stoners on this one. Jeffrey?
Hey, News Junkies. It's Jeff, a.k.a. The Glass Man. Hey, quick question about that dream thing. What about nightmares? What if you have some really freaked out nightmares? I wonder how that would come about.
I guess it would work the same way. Yeah. Whatever you dreamed about the night before, I mean, it would be something that you could watch back, whether it was good or bad or sexy or weird.
Yeah, sexy nightmares.
Whatever.
Sexy Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, that's what I do. You don't ever have the sexy nightmares?
You want to play a game, Daddy?
It's always a little awkward when you wake up. Here's Michael. He says, bye-bye, dog.
In regards to the out-of-control dog that the woman couldn't control, it literally only costs maybe a couple hundred, maybe a few $100 to get your dog trained to where it won't act like that and be aggressive. When you have an out-of-control dog like that, that's obviously a dog that hasn't been trained. And if you're not willing to spend just a few dollars to train your dog to not be an asshole, then and your dog attacks my family, then I'm going to shoot your dog. right in the middle of the streat. I'm going to put it down right in front of you.
Christ.
Sorry, not sorry.
This guy went right to murder dog territory.
Quite the turn.
Look, you can fix your dog by getting some training, and if not, I will murder your dog in the streets.
I'll fix it permanently.
Cold blood. I will kill that animal dead. Somebody is dispatching about the Beach Boys remix.
Cause you'll have fun till your daddy takes your V.
Okay. Where's
Takes your what?
V card away.
Okay, good. That's better than what I thought he was going to say.
That wasn't
Cause
right.
you'll have fun till your daddy takes your V card away.
So creepy, man.
Funny.
Let's take
Surfing deadbeat.
What about that break?
Quick break. Quick break. We're back with the final dispatches. Stories that didn't make the cut. And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Tuesday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
How dare you, sir?
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
Hi, everybody. Good Tuesday to you. Jamie King in the Fox 35 Storm Center. Hope your day's off to a great start. Central Florida weather for you today. Looks like we'll see some low 80s for highs, a mix of sun and clouds, and breezy northeast winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. It's going to be blowing pretty good today. We'll keep it dry. 67, scattered clouds, dry and quiet inland tonight. Maybe a few coastal showers. Again, upper 60s, some gusty winds along the coast through the overnight. Wednesday, a warm high at 82. Rain chance at 20% along the coast, dry inland. For Fox 35, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jamie King.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. At Blindster, we offer over 50 different custom window treatments, including faux wood blinds and shutters, all at prices less than retail. Plus, we'll send you free samples before you buy. Don't hire an expensive pro. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
Hey, if you're in law enforcement, maybe you're a firefighter or EMT, doctors, nurses, teachers, active duty military, and veterans, and you happen to be looking to upgrade your driving situation, Nations Trucks has got your back with their Hometown Heroes program. First off, with approved credit, you're making no payments for 90 days. Plus, you can finance your next truck for up to 75 months, and you're going to get a lower 48-month interest rate. So start saving money and start driving the truck that you deserve today. Check out the amazing selection of trucks at nationstrucks.com and tell them Celine from the News Junkie sent you.
When seasonal allergies and clogged sinuses make you miserable, you want fast relief. But recently, there's confusion about which cold and allergy products work and which ones don't. In fact, oral phenylephrine, a drug found in many oral decongestants in the cold and allergy aisle, is currently being evaluated by the FDA because it may be ineffective. Luckily, there's a drug-free solution called Navage that for many provides on-the-spot relief. Navage is the natural way to relieve congestion by sucking out the allergens, germs, and mucus that can make you stuffy and miserable. Nasal irrigation works, and Navage makes it quick and easy, but more than anything, it helps you breathe better. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril. Trust drug-free Navage so you can breathe better, snore less, and feel healthier. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
It's the Marketer's Report. Today, Kate Cronin, Chief Brand Officer of Moderna, tells us about the advantages the speed of audio production affords their growing tech company.
At Moderna, we have a mindset saying that we pivot fearlessly. And I think with audio, you can pivot fearlessly. You can go where the news is and bringing in content that perhaps you didn't have a few weeks earlier. It's less 6 months in advance or 3 months in advance when you do a TVC. You're able to create really nimble content, which I think in this day and age, and particularly at Moderna, where we have new information coming out on a regular basis, being able to feed that information to the audio format makes being nimble and pivoting easy.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to all, from national to local, every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow. Not just a media company, iHeartMedia is your access company. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Check the mail for Valpak, and you could be an instant winner. That's right. Tucked in with those coupons is your chance to win big. From cash and gift cards to attraction and concert tickets, every month is something new with prizes for the whole family. Go ahead, open that blue envelope of savings to see if you've won. Because with Valpak Instant Win, there's nothing to buy or do to cash in. Just thousands of real winners winning real prizes, no strings attached. No purchase necessary, void or prohibited. Prizes are randomly inserted. See specially marked Valpak envelopes for details.
13 Days of Halloween Penance, Season 4 of the award-winning horror fiction podcast presented in immersive 3D audio.
If I am under arrest, you have to tell me what I'm charged with.
Starring Natalie Morales of Parks and Recreation and Dead to Me.
Please, there's been some kind of mistake. I'm not supposed to be here.
How do you know?
I'm innocent.
Are any of us truly innocent?
Premiering October 19th, ending Halloween. Listen to 13 Days of Halloween on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
What key is tonight going to be played in? Well, that's entirely up to you and your spirit. Over here at Wild Turkey, we're opting for something that rings true and can reverberate for ages. A little 101. Wild Turkey 101 has been pleasing crowds for decades with its iconic rich flavor. Crafted with generations of know-how and the finest ingredients. Wild Turkey. Trust your spirit. Wild Turkey Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Copyright 2023 Campari America, New York, New York. Never compromise, drink responsibly.
Attention, our friends from Guarantee Media are giving away 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99 to the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. It's only for the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. They give you up to a year and a half to travel, but you must be one of the first 50 to text MUSIC to 96551. Grab your phone and text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. That's MUSIC to 96551. You heard right. Be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551 and get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. But you must be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. Text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to go on vacation to Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico.
I love Mondays. And yes, I'm being 100% serious. Why? It's because I'm a Dunkin' Rewards member. And Mondays are better with Dunkin' Rewards. Every Monday this month, Rewards members get a free medium hot or iced coffee with any purchase. Not a member? Join on the Dunkin' app and never miss a deal like this. Dunkin' Rewards. Save them, stack them, use them how you want. America runs on Dunkin'. Limit 1 per member per Monday. Additional charges and terms may apply. Participation may vary. Limited time offer.
Jeff Martin Auctioneers is hosting a public auction in Kissimmee on October 31st and November 1st, featuring construction and farm equipment, trucks, trailers, and more. Bid your way live on-site or online at jeffmartinauctioneers.com. Experience the difference. License AU 4483.
Stories that didn't make the cut. And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Tuesday. Thanks for hanging out with us today. We do appreciate it. And don't forget that Design Drop is out, a shirt and a hoodie ready for you in 2 colors over at thenewsjunkie.com or getskywall.com. That'll bring you directly to the shirts. And it's a great way to support the show and get some awesome merch. Do that over at getskywall.com. Let's work in these final dispatches. What do you got for us, friends? Here's Not Your Average Joe. Let's see what they said.
What's up, y'all?
Hey.
Sabby, you're killing it today. You're cracking me up as usual. Love you, girl.
Love you,
Josh. Too. Always good to see you in studio, brother.
Thank
Sean,
you too.
Well, you know. No, love it, guys. And C-Lane is apparently going to be a dad today or tomorrow.
I know, it's crazy.
My one question is, can you put a baby seat in an Uber? I guess we're going to find out soon.
I don't know.
Love y'all.
I'm not sure, but
good question.
Like we found out this morning, both Sabrina and I were taken aback by it because we didn't realize he's been texting us stuff, but he didn't text us that they were at the hospital. Like they were checked in and they're staying until this baby comes.
I just learned.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't know this?
No.
They're staying there until the baby is born. So it could be today, but it's scheduled for tomorrow. It could be any time in between, but we'll hope that it's going to be on time when, this was all supposed to be done. That seems like the best option. Is this Jaws?
It's the baby coming out.
Is it just working its way out? All right.
I have a beach theme going on today. Doesn't realize that.
Seems that way. All right, let's see what we got here. Here's Seychelles. Seychelles has something for us.
Good afternoon, the news junkie.
Hello.
Sean, Pinky, and my lovely Sabrina. Hello. Sean, today my daughter turns 25. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Kiara. And
Happy
Sabrina,
birthday.
you know how it was. That hot white girl that you gave the bottle to at the Just OK 7 party. Oh, you're going to miss her because...
something about the hot white girl that you gave a Just OK bottle to or something?
Is his daughter?
I guess so.
I got a little lost there.
Also, he's calling his daughter hot, which is kind of, I don't know, it's a little weird at least. Would your don't call you hot? Don't you think that would be strange?
Yeah, it would be very strange. But I'm pretty sure if it's the same girl I'm thinking of, she also caught me right before my head hit the ground during the crowd surfing.
Oh, that's nice.
And then
Okay.
threw me back onto the stage.
So good interactions with, I think you said Kiara is her name. Happy birthday, Kiara. Your dad is a very interesting character, and we appreciate
He
him.
wanted to kill Sean once.
Yep, he had a whole plan, and he told me the whole plan about how he's going to kill me with a poison dart frog or something, and he was going to dart me, and I don't know. It's just kind of strange. Your
But
dad's
things have smoothed over.
Yeah, I think we're good now. He may still be doing the plan. I don't know. Some of you are strange. I swear to God, I went out during the break. I'm getting ready, and I'm getting all the Today I Learned stuff printed, and I see there's some mail, and it's like this manila folder, and I'm like, I don't know, maybe that's a police report. They still haven't given me that. And so I just open it real quick, and it was a penis. And
Austin?
No clue who it came from.
Printed out one or
a printed out penis, and it said something to the effect of, make sure to lubricate your tattoos. And
Sanadurum, I bet.
And no, it's just a sticker of a penis that said that on it. Wasn't anything actually useful or helpful. I don't know. Maybe it was
Right
Austin.
to the trash?
Yeah, I never know. No, it's still out there. I mean,
Kind of sounds like Austin.
Yeah, it's got Austin's name on it, but maybe not. Who knows? Some of you guys are very strange human beings. I love you, though. I do love you. Here's Speckled Trout with our final dispatch of the day.
Hey, Sean, you're right about babies in Nordic countries. Can't speak for Sweden, but in Iceland, we actually had a friend there that we went to visit, and there were babies all over the place in strollers outside. It was probably 45 degrees. Our hostess told us that every day of the year they feel it's healthy for the babies to be outside for about an hour. Seems to me just a way to get rid of the kid for an hour so you don't have to listen to them screaming. But they've been doing it for hundreds of years, and they're really healthy people, so works for them. Wiggle, pop, pop.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I guess.
Freeze.
I mean, I guess maybe they're more built for the cold than we are.
They're reptiles.
They live in a colder place. Reptiles are really not built for the cold.
Viking descendants.
Yeah, they're Viking descendants. They've been through this for generations and generations. So they just put the babies outside.
Ancient magic.
It works for them, I guess. All right, that's enough for today. Let's do the stories that didn't make the cut. Brought to you by our friends over at Nations Trucks. Love them, and you are going to love them as well. It's really, really easy to deal with the salespeople over at Nations Trucks. In fact, it's fun going through the process with them because they're going to get you in the perfect truck for you, and it's going to be the perfect deal for you. That way, you never feel like anybody's been taken advantage of. You just feel like you got yourself a badass truck. So to start your journey to the new truck that you deserve, go over to nationstrucks.com and start looking. They got work trucks, lifted trucks, the biggest selection of lifted trucks in the state of Florida, friends. Get that over there at nationstrucks.com. The polling data is now in, and they said a poll of Americans, they found that an overwhelming number supports Israel's war on Hamas terrorists, but a majority of younger Americans were sympathetic to the plight of the Palestinians. They said 84% of respondents sided with Israel, while only 16% sided with the Hamas militants. The fact that anybody sides with the Hamas militants is a little surprising to me, honestly.
Weird side to pick.
Yeah, I guess there's some of them. And that question didn't say, do you support the Palestinians or the Israelis? It said Israel or the Hamas militants, and 16% picked that. Of Americans 65 and over, 95% of the oldos said they support Israel. Only 5% saying they support Hamas, which now I'm picturing a really old person who is pro-Hamas. A slight majority of Americans aged 18 to 24 said the terror attack by Hamas on Israel could be justified by the grievances of the Palestinians. These are these folks getting brainwashed by Twitch streamers. 49% of those same ages disagreed that the attack could be justified. And that's what the latest poll says of well over 1,000 people of all ages. A baby was born during an NFL game. Congratulations to this little baby that was born at the game, the Cleveland Browns game.
But Taylor Swift was there, so nobody found out about it.
True, yeah. It took up all the attention. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Let's get out of the way. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Tuesday, October 3rd, 2023. Simply Jeremy.
What?
What did I say? Oh, it was October 3rd. I'm distracted because Simply Jeremy on YouTube said, is it weird that every time I watch the News Junkie on YouTube, I have the overwhelming urge to shave Sean's 5 o'clock shadow? It drives me nuts. How does that have any impact on you?
I don't really see it.
Yeah, I mean, today I'm like, I got a little bit of a stubble.
Today.
Yeah, it's not much there. So it is Tuesday, October 3rd, 2023.
It is
Today
not.
learns.
It's October 24th.
It's October. Why do I have the 3rd right there?
October 3rd was 20.
All right, hold on.
A whole exact 3 weeks ago.
I got this. Ready?
Days.
It is Tuesday, October 24th, 2023. Woo! I'll read anything on this paper. You can
good to know.
Any date on there. Sponsored by J. David Tax Law. Ron Burgundy over here. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away. Today I learned this video game character.
Mario. Pac-Man.
Oh, he's getting the ring.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic the Hedgehog is correct. His middle name is Maurice, Sonic Maurice Hedgehog, and he's named after his grandfather, they say. Just wanted to share that with you guys.
Maurice Hedgehog, attorney at law.
I just wanted to share that with you. Today I learned women are traditionally prohibited from entering a sumo ring. They say this tradition is so strictly enforced that in 2018, 2 women were asked to leave the sumo ring, even though they were performing CPR on a man who collapsed in one. They still wanted them to get the hell out of there.
We need male paramedics in here.
That seems a little strict for the circumstances. Today I learned this guy right here. This guy lives in a pineapple under the sun.
Ready, kids?
SpongeBob is correct. SpongeBob was supposed to be a little kid in school, but Steven Hillenburg said, let's make him an adult. And they said they'll have Miss Puff as a character, so he's an adult in school, which really doesn't make much sense, but that's just the way it goes.
Driving school.
And finally, today I learned this band right here. Jimmy
Eats World.
That's right. Jimmy Eat World got their band name from a drawing made after an incident between the guitarist Tom Linton and his younger brothers, who fought frequently. They said he drew a photo of Jim, one of the kids, shoving the earth into his mouth, bearing the caption, Jimmy Eat World, and it stuck with them.
Whoa.
Now they're famous. Oh, my God.
Wow.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. If you miss any of the show, check out the podcast. It's available at thenewsjunkie.com, and we will see you next time.